Actual terms and conditions.
Some roads take us to where we want to go. Other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
This Saturday, only at Old Navy, get 50% off dresses for women and girls. That's right, women and girls spring dresses are 50% off. But it's this Saturday only. Hurry to Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 4-9 select styles only.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a really good program set up for you today. Woke News, get you caught up on what's happening out there, and there is some breaking news happening as we speak. Embers only today as well. Get you turned on to a really nice cigar from our friends over at Corona Cigar Company. Primetime Kitchen with our buddy Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. Find out what's happening in the world of food and drink in Central Florida. Nicole DePray today. Again, finding out what's happening in the world of fine arts in Central Florida today. And a surprise version of Pick the Porn today.
What?
Oh, yeah, going back for one time. Ross Thoughts, not today because Ross is out of here, but we will get your calls and topics and text all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. You can always find us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, always online at JimColbertLive.com. Last cool weekend of the year coming up, guys. Then summer comes in and ruins everybody's world and makes everybody's pants all wet and sweaty.
Swampy.
God almighty, I can't stand it. It was 80 degrees in the studio yesterday for some reason. Because apparently we've hired a schizophrenic to do our engineering in the building. And for some
Hey,
reason...
don't talk about Frank like that.
No, I'm talking about the buildings engineering.
Oh.
Our guys are the ones who save our lives every time.
I know.
But, man, it was so swampy in here. And I was like, oh, God.
Don't.
Man, that summer's coming, and it is going to be a swampy mess.
I know, but this is actually, pretty rare for us because this is really kind of the temperatures we'd see more in February and late January.
Beautiful. It felt like fall this morning a
I'm
little
wearing
bit.
a coat.
All right, 407-916-1041. We are going to do a little Pick the Porn today just for fun.
Yeah.
I get tired of writing trivia all the time because it's something different. So I'll do a little we'll dip back into Pick the Porn today at 5:40. We did have some breaking news. Actually, I don't know how important it is. It's not like Ukraine-based or economy-based or anything like that. But this has been a long-running story since it happened.
You know the beautiful thing about this new story? It's one you don't have to feel bad about and one you don't feel like you have to pray for someone
You're
over.
1,000% because the more I watch and read about what's happening in Ukraine is just genuinely unbelievable. There's some of that drone footage that is coming out because drones become a very big part of that war. We have sent drones over. They're using them to spot Russian hardware parked in the woods, hiding from them, and able to attack them with missiles that way and get their coordinates. But, man, it's just a really... this train station thing has, look, not that it needed to be defined more how barbaric this strike is and how barbaric this police action is from those guys, because remember, it's not a war, says the Kremlin. But, now you're hearing reports of some really egregious stuff. That thing killed 50 people. It was a gateway to get out of the area, and I always thought the escape routes were supposed to be protected. That's why they were defined. The whole idea was to get citizens out of the area, and, for just to get them out to as much safety as it exists, right?
But through this entire 7-week conflict, there hasn't been anything that the Russians have said about humanitarian corridors, either helping people get out or aid get in, that they have held strong to in the entire 7 weeks. You figured that this was the next to happen. And there's another egregious detail that I haven't been able to vet, but something that you had told me specifically.
They just showed it.
They did.
Yeah, they just showed it. It was written in Russian, but I don't know. And I mean, again, one of the big things coming out of Russia that you're hearing over and over is, Russia's claiming that the West and Ukraine are faking a lot of these things. They're, Russian troops are pulling out the Ukrainians and are coming in with help from not only EU, Americans, to stage these photographs with bodies and burnt out tanks and stuff to make Russia look as bad as possible. The missile that was sent to explode at that train station starts with a K. I'm not even going to give it a shot as far as the name goes.
I don't know.
It's K and then a bunch of letters. But on the side of that missile, there was some writing in Russian, and apparently the writing translates to "for the children."
Wow.
So then that was reported by Business Insider today. And again, I haven't vetted this with any other thing, but they did just they're showing the missile now, and there is writing on the side of it. And I don't know where that came from or whatever the case may be, but there is writing on the side of that missile. So we're trying to get that answers for that. Anyway, that's out of the Ukraine today. But the stuff we were talking about earlier is the Oscars, the Academy Foundation. What is it? The
Academy of Arts and Sciences.
Yeah. The Academy.
Yeah, the Academy.
It is the Academy that presents the Academy Award.
Right, exactly.
So it is
the award is the Oscar.
Right.
Exactly. Okay, so big deal is, Will Smith slapped a complete out of Chris Rock on national television. Still fun to say. As lame as it was still fun to say. And the Academy passed down their punishment today. Actually, right as we were coming on the air. I don't know if Sean talked about this today either. I don't see this at the end of his program, but Will Smith has been banned from the Oscars celebration for 10 years. So for a decade, and this guy's he's 53 or so? 54?
Yeah, a little younger. I think it's younger than that.
Is he younger than that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, theoretically, he will not be back at the Oscars until he's 60 or so. And then who knows where his acting career will be. I read a story yesterday that thing has really crushed their entire family, that they're really having a very difficult time. Projects are now getting shut down. Nobody wants to really be around him. Nobody wants to deal with him anymore. It really was a defining moment in his career, and a really stupid one. And now other stuff is starting to arise about the relationship. Jada Pinkett has that show called The Red Table.
Yeah, that one on Facebook.
And I guess there's a video that is coming out now that shows how dysfunctional the relationship is. And again, that's so weird to say, because in my world, however you make it work where nobody gets hit or anything like that, you try to make it work. Relationships are difficult to begin with.
Everybody's relationship is dysfunctional in everyone else's eyes.
Exactly. Or there's a little dysfunction in there that you use to make it work. But apparently this relationship is rife with it. All kinds of fun stuff. And there was a particular episode of this Red Table where they were inviting a psychotherapist in, and Jada Pinkett Smith starts talking to Will Smith kind of off the camera about, aren't you glad this person, like kind of being I get the feeling, I did not see the video, I get the feeling of how it's written, she was being kind of a little sarcastic or condescending about, aren't you glad that Ethel's coming today because of what she's done for our relationship, whatever. And Will Smith doesn't even really respond to the question, as far as I remember. He just basically said, look, I don't care. You just don't film me without asking me. And then basically says, don't use me to promote your podcast. And then they get into it with other sentences as well. And it's all extremely passive aggressive, like professional level passive aggressiveness in this relationship. You can literally, it's seething out of these sentences, even written. You can feel it like, oh my God. So these guys have had a real interesting relationship. Of course, now the guy that I guess they supposedly have the love triangle with, he's speaking up, and now it's just a mess, man. Will Smith banned from the Oscars for 10 years. I don't know if anybody's going to miss it or not.
Well, Chris Rock, in the meantime, has been making beaucoup dollars. It seems like every city, including Orlando, where he's had a show booked, he's had to add at least a second show to accommodate all of the tickets that he sold. And tickets that were going for like $46 before are now going for hundreds of dollars.
I don't think he gets that, though. I think that's the secondary market. I believe.
Oh yeah, that's like it.
If he sells out, that price is kind of a set price. He benefits by it selling out,
Right.
But when they mark up the tickets, he's not seeing any of it.
No. But I just meant that's the flip side of that slap. That was probably the worst career moment for Chris Rock, to be bitch slapped on not just national TV, but seen around the world.
When you call it a bitch slap, it definitely adds a little
punch.
A demeaning layer to it.
It was demeaning. Another grown man to come up on stage and slap another grown man. These guys are not newbies in this entertainment industry. I mean, this wasn't the first time Rock and he had been around Will Smith, and there have been some jokes that have been told. For some reason, he got triggered that night. But what started off as the worst moment in Chris Rock's career is now turned into something that's propelling him even more. There's even more interest in him. Whereas, that moment of standing up for my woman is now seemingly costing Will Smith a lot more than he thought that slap was going to cost him.
There's a lot of weird kind of side stories about this whole thing, too. Now, like, black guys are calling out him for demeaning another black man in front of America, and like it was a cultural thing more than just a slap about somebody's wife, that it turned out to be like a massive cultural thing in the African-American audience. I don't have any relation to that. I don't know if that's true.
That's what I saw on social media.
I've seen it on social media, and I've actually read it a couple of times, and I forget who the person was, or a number of I don't know if it's God Almighty, not Magic Mike. He's part of Run the Jewels.
I don't know the
anyway.
I don't.
I think there was this outpouring from the black community going, man, that's not a good look. Of course, like I said, I don't have a connection to that, but I have read it a number of times. But man, the thing is about the Chris Rock tickets, that'll come to an end when they find out he's not talking about it. And he's not. I mean, there's now 4 different occasions that he's gone on stage, or 3 different occasions he's gone on stage and said, look, if you're coming here for that, there's going to be none of it. So, I have prepared material that I was going to do long before this happened.
So the Twitter poll is at Jim Colbert Show. One of our Twitter polls today: Will Smith banned from the Oscars for next 10 years. What do you think? Either not enough, too much, or just right. Yeah. It's the Goldilocks choices, right?
Oh,
yeah, right, exactly.
Too hard, too soft, just right.
I mean, I think most people are going to say 10 years is fine, and because I don't think anybody will care. And to be honest with you, I think people probably just won't want him around for 10 years. And I don't know that he's going to have to worry about it, to be dead honest with you.
3 votes, all 3 options. It's split 3 ways. I just posted it.
All right, 407-916-1041. That's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter if you want to get on that. We'll have another one for you later, because I have kind of a sensitive topic to talk about today, guys. And I'll set it up, and then I can tell you the whole story. All right? So my mom journaled. She had like 6 or 7 half-inch thick journals. Now, after my mother passed, which was last August, I really haven't. I have a little shrine to her in my studio. At the top shelf, there were some pictures and stuff from her, memorabilia from her and stuff. And that's my little thing there, because she's buried in my hometown. So my wife read the journals, and I said, well, I would like to read the journals. And my wife said, you should not read the journals. And said it just like that. She said, you should not read those. And I said, why? She goes, you're going to have to trust me on this one. You should not read the journals. Ooh. So now there's something in 6 pages of my mom's handwriting that my wife, whom I've been with for, almost 20 years of my life, and, lived with me through my mom's mental illness and stuff, has told me that it probably would not be good for me to read the journals. So I'm going to ask you guys a little later in the show whether or not I should read the journals.
No,
don't wait. No,
burn them.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
No, burn them.
I kind of need the topic.
Well, you kind of need the topic, but no, you need to burn them.
No, I don't know about burning them. There's no way I'll burn them.
Oh.
Anyway, we have that coming up a little bit later.
You have to give them somebody to lock them up where you can never find them.
I have a somewhat similar issue. Found some of my mom's journals, and there's some writing in it that I think should not be read by some people.
Oh.
Your sisters.
Yeah.
Some of your sisters. Well, I don't know that that's healthy.
Oh, it's not.
I'm going to be dead honest with you. I don't know if it's healthy that I don't read them. I understand my mom's state of mind at the time.
No, sorry. There's nothing healthy because there's no resolution.
Yeah.
There's no opportunity for you and her to hash it out and come to, and you're just going to be left with questions and hurt.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. What's coming up for news?
Well, you touched on it, but we're going to talk about it some more. A Ukraine train station is hit by Russian strikes, at least 50 people dead. Axiom Space has a successful launch, and The Simpsons make history again. We'll talk about that and more coming up in Woke News.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show and Deb's News right after this.
Need a woman in your life who responds to your most important commands? Hey Siri, play Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Westbound Fairbanks Avenue is still shut down between Formosa Avenue and I-4. Avoid this stretch right now. We're seeing delays still north on the turnpike from a crash taking up the left lane just north of State Road 50. Eastbound travel on I-4 heavy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. We're seeing a stop-and-go ride 2 westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Gas prices are high, so ride Amtrak and fuel your adventurous side without breaking your travel budget. Amtrak gets you there with more money in your wallet. Book in advance and save up to 20% at Amtrak.com. Restrictions and exclusions apply.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life. Office in Orlando.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding.
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
A car crash can turn your life upside down. Kramer Law has been recognized as a best lawyer by U.S. News and by Orlando Magazine. Let Kramer Law deal with your car crash so you can move on with your life. Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments until August with approved credit and get $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC, you can find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets are so crispy, so juicy, and so back right now for a limited time. Lightly breaded and spicy tempura made with a blend of aged cayenne. They pair perfectly with your favorite dipping sauces like ranch. Order ahead right now with the McDonald's app to get 20% off Spicy Chicken McNuggets. But you better tap fast before they're all gone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. McD app offer valid through 5/31/22 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
McDonald's crispy chicken sandwiches are so crispy, so juicy, and so tender. It's so worth stopping right away to pick one up. Now with the McDonald's app, get 20% off any crispy chicken sandwich. Use the app to order ahead and pass the line. Join My McDonald's Rewards to earn points towards free food. And discover great deals daily, like 20% off any crispy chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid once a day through 12/31/22. Excludes tax. Rewards program excludes delivery. At participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. Bro, I love this song. Me too. It's the perfect soundtrack for picking out Winn-Dixie's guaranteed fresh produce. So refreshingly fresh. Know what else is music to my ears? What's that, my Winn-loving twin? Opening up my app to see we've earned so many points. That all the groceries in our cart are free. Winn-Dixie has the best quality and winning rewards. I love the sound of that. Winn-Dixie, it's a win-win. Terms apply. See store WinDixie.com for details.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
There are so many words to describe Panera's new Chef's Chicken Sandwiches. The chicken, juicy, succulent, seared. The brioche roll, buttery and toasty. The Parmesan crisps, crunchy. tangy. The secret aioli, creamy and rich. All those words. But when you have a bite, you might just be left speechless. Panera's new Chef's Chicken Sandwiches. Enjoy a free drink with purchase of a new Chef's Chicken Sandwich. Restrictions apply. For details, visit panerabread.com/online code.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity during tax season because so much sensitive info is all together.
Before we start the annual meeting of Sean's personal info, has anyone seen Social Security number? Not me. Nuh-uh. Oh no, he's been stolen.
LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Near historically low mortgage rates may not last forever. If you're in the market for a new home or your dream home, go with a lender you can count on. For competitive rates, over 300 loan products and thousands of loan consultants to help make sure you get the home and the mortgage that you want. Call now to see if you're pre-approved. 866-888-LOAN. 866-888-LOAN. Or go to LoanDepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
They're breaking all the rules at International Diamond Center this weekend with the biggest store-wide sale of the year. Extra savings on virtually everything. Friday through Sunday. Save up to 20% on all rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands. It's our annual spring store-wide sale. Thousands of engagement ring mountings on sale. Plus an expanded selection of certified diamonds and all new designer jewelry. And for these 3 days, you can enjoy up to 3 years zero-interest financing. Don't miss this once-a-year event. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only. And only at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. On approved credit.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassy's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassy's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
iHeartRadio wants you to see the Who Hits Back Tour in the U.S. city of your choice. We'll fly you there, take care of the hotel, get you 2 premium tickets to the show, plus the Baba O'Reilly VIP package. That includes too many things to mention, but trust us, it's amazing. For your chance to win, just open the free iHeartRadio app and listen to the Who Radio. Tickets to the Who Hits Back Tour on sale now at LiveNation.com. See the Who in the city of your choice from iHeartRadio.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Jimmy, Concrete Mike here. Dude, do not read that journal. You don't want to find out that your mom thought Ross was a little hottie. Just saying, buddy. It's going to hurt your heart.
That's a legit concern. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can leave a talk back. That's what that was. Just go to the iHeartRadio app, then go to Real Radio when you get there. You'll see the microphone. Use that to send it right on over. It could be topical. It could just be funny, whatever. Whatever you want to send. Doesn't matter. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. Speaking of Deb, let's get some news.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Give him a listen tomorrow morning when he's the host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Reports say at least 50 people are dead and more than 100 others injured after a Russian rocket attack on a Ukrainian train station. Ukrainian officials say 98 others, again mostly women and children, injured at the station in the eastern part of the country. Russia is denying that they carried out the strike, calling the accusations by Ukraine, quote, a provocation, end quote.
Unbelievable.
An official said around 40 people died on the scene at the train station, which was full of evacuees trying to board as many trains as they can get out each day to neighboring countries. Speaking of neighboring countries, the U.S. is reportedly sending Patriot missiles to Slovakia after that country gave its air defense system to Ukraine.
Wow.
A U.S. defense official said the missiles have been already moved from Germany to Poland so it can be transferred quickly to Slovakia. The missiles will stay in the country temporarily and will be manned by U.S. troops. The Patriot missiles are used to intercept and destroy enemy missiles. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said he salutes the generosity of Slovakia and added it's a strong testament to how far Ukraine's neighbors will go to help defend themselves against the Russian invasion. Because I'm pretty sure everyone surrounding Ukraine isn't just doing this for Ukraine at the moment. They're doing this as well because they know Putin isn't stopping here.
Yeah, right.
So if we can stop him here, maybe we can stop him altogether. Back here in the U.S., Microsoft says it disrupted Russian cyber attacks aimed at Ukraine and organizations in the U.S. and the European Union. Microsoft said in a statement Thursday it believes a hacking group connected to Russia's military intelligence service tried to, quote, establish long-term access, end quote, to the target's networks. Microsoft Vice President for Customer Security Tom Burt said the software giant has been tracking this hacking group for years.
Facebook's experiencing it as well. They're hacking and they're trying to hack Ukrainian soldiers' Facebook pages and then try to use those Facebook pages to upload fake video saying, put down your weapons, give up.
Continue with their disinformation campaign.
And they've busted a lot of them, but some of them have gotten through. But I mean, that's the full court press from those guys digitally.
Well, the last time we saw this kind of action was, as we all know, World War II. And a man who prosecuted Nazi war crimes is being recognized as a living legend. Benjamin Ferencz was awarded the Governor's Medal of Freedom by Governor Ron DeSantis. The Boca Raton resident is the fourth recipient of the award, and DeSantis signed a bill to continue the program. The 102-year-old Ferencz is the last living prosecutor of the Nuremberg war crimes trials.
Wow.
I know. Okay. The first all-private crew is headed to the International Space Station after Axiom Space's Mission 1 successfully lifted off from the Kennedy Space Center this morning. After all that nasty weather yesterday, they couldn't have had a better or more beautiful launch day. Former Florida Senator Bill Nelson, also a former astronaut who now serves as the NASA administrator, says the agency's future is focused on commercial space missions in low orbit to fund deep space exploration. So let these four passengers spend $55 million a seat to get up to the International Space Station. That will help fund what NASA wants to do down the road and not have to be tied to whatever congressional budget money they end up throwing at them. Now, today's crew that launched from the Kennedy Space Center does include a retired NASA astronaut who's leading the way with 3 paying customers. They're going to dock on Saturday at the ISS for what NASA is calling 8 days of science outreach and commercial activities. The crew will conduct more than 25 science experiments. All right, and from the sublime to the, we have a new winner of the Darwin Award. 2 17-year-olds are under arrest in Bellevue after another teen, a 16-year-old boy, died in a shooting. Joshua Vining is accused of manslaughter, while Colton Whitler is under arrest on claims he provided false information. Police say Vining and Christopher Broad Jr. were taking turns shooting at each other because they were both wearing a type of body armor.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
There you go.
I mean, what can you say, right?
TV was down. I was bored. Jeez.
All right.
They were 14 and 15 years old. Is that what it was?
These two boys are 17. Jeez. The victim was 16, and these two are going to be tried as adults.
Right.
The teenager who died in that tragic fall is going to be laid to rest tomorrow. Funeral services for Tyree Sampson will be held in his hometown of St. Louis. The 14-year-old boy died 2 weeks ago after falling from the free fall ride at Orlando's Icon Park. His family is planning a lawsuit. We don't know when they're going to be filing that lawsuit, but the Orlando Sentinel had reported just the other day that business on I-Drive is booming, and tourism officials aren't really sure yet what the closure of the free fall ride, what's that going to mean for that area. But They say so far, post-pandemic, folks are just happy to get out and enjoy all the different things that International Drive has to offer.
And International Drive had a lot before that free fall ride that was only added months ago. Yeah. So, they're not hurting.
Yeah, no, exactly. Definitely not. Okay, we talked about this before, a teacher's frustration. Well, a cell phone video shows an apparent case of child abuse in an Osceola County school. The sheriff's office yesterday announced the arrest of Christopher Ferguson, who worked as a campus monitor at Kissimmee's Tohokapalaiga High School. The video taken Monday appears to show the 26-year-old grabbing a student by the neck and lifting him toward the ceiling in a hallway.
Oh, man.
Before lowering him and then just letting him fall to the floor.
Mm-hmm. They call that the Michael Myers.
Ferguson is black, and investigators say the student was kicked out of class for using the N-word.
Okay.
A district spokesperson said Ferguson quit after the incident, and he was only employed for
4 days.
I'm going to go 12.
A week.
Okay.
Points
Jack. Sons of bitch. Sons of by one, I think. 1 or 2 got me. I don't know. I could not be a teacher for 20 minutes.
Oh, my God.
I would be in cuffs.
Oh,
I'd be in cuffs by third period. I would be in cuffs by third period.
That guy lasted a week longer than Jimmy.
Yeah. And I will tell you straight up, 2 or 3 people would learn a great lesson in life. I would have impacted at least 2 kids' lives more than any teacher in the history of that school by applying my theory. Which is slapping the complete hell out of some idiots. Oh, man.
Hey, it worked for our generation.
Well, here's the thing. In my generation, it was called getting snatched up.
Okay, yeah.
Like if you were a kid and you were acting like a jackass, you got snatched up by somebody. And in the South where I grew up, it doesn't matter. A near family member could snatch you up.
Hey, that's not South Boy. You knew if a neighbor caught you doing something that they knew your parents wouldn't have liked, you knew they were going to call your parents as soon as they saw your parents' car pull into the driveway and that phone rang. You were like, no.
But then in the family, there's like a group ethos. Everybody kind of knows how you're supposed to roll within reason. You break one of those tenant rules, and you will get
snatched up.
I know exactly what a wooden spoon tastes like.
Okay, well, I bet this next story would love you guys to have the opportunity because, 2 Alabama quote-unquote influencers are accused of effectively taking over a Florida beach town.
Really? How'd they do that?
Police in Panama City Beach have charged Taquan Cooper and Rashad Glasper of inciting a riot. Wait till I give you the details. After the pair allegedly took to social media to encourage their followers to take part in what they called Panamaniac during spring break.
All right.
Well, authorities say the event led to the arrest of 160 people and the seizure of 75 illegal guns.
Damn, really?
Several area businesses were also forced to close as people swarmed the city. And that's, having been caught up in one of those, they're not dirt bike, but
yeah, I know what you're saying. That crew from Miami.
Yeah, that crew from Miami.
My mom and I
rolling. I don't.
They do burnouts in the middle of. They just terrorize people going down the highway.
And if you respond in any way, shape, or form,
you're done.
You're done.
That's it.
And
They'll
when they
box you
surround your vehicle, there's nothing you can do. Just
floor
keep
it.
your eyes forward. Don't floor it.
Oh, I'd floor it.
Oh, you can't.
Uh-huh.
So, So these social media gatherings. I mean, that's what the whole. They had issues with that in Daytona Beach with the trucks coming and taking over before they started working with the city.
I think Freaknik is in Atlanta this weekend.
Oh,
have you ever heard of Freaknik?
I've heard of it.
That used to happen in Daytona. Boy, that was an interesting party. Oh, I'm sorry, you just twerking in the intersection? Sure, we'll go around.
Twerking in tears.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of impact, that Florida Highway Patrol trooper who put herself literally in harm's way to protect runners is going to throw out the ceremonial first pitch at today's Tampa Bay Rays home opener. Trooper Tony Shook will do the honors as the Rays play the Baltimore Orioles in their first game of the season at Tropicana Field. Not sure what time first pitch is being thrown, but Shook drove her patrol SUV.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You can see the dash cam video at JimColbertLive.com. Just keep clicking load more before you see the video come up into the path of a suspected drunk driver who had bypassed barricades and everything else onto the Sunshine Skyway Bridge during a 10K race last month where thousands of runners had convened. Shook is going to be joined by her husband, Sergeant Scott Shook of the Pasco County Sheriff's Office for today's pitch.
Kind of amazing she's even up and around.
It's amazing she lived.
Yeah, because they said she was mashed up pretty good.
Yeah, and it's great that she's able to do that. It probably happened about 30 minutes ago because they had a 3:10 start today. The Orioles are at the Rays.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, cool. We'll
Yeah.
hopefully be able to see her throwing out the first pitch. I love seeing her get those kinds of accolades. 'Cause
Absolutely. I'm just glad that because, she was injured, so it was knowing that she's able to take part in something like this is good news.
And when you see the video of the drunk driver trying to avoid her patrol SUV, which is trying to get in the drunk driver's way, and you see her, you can only imagine what's going through her mind. I love you, honey. Please tell the kids I love them, because there's no guarantee she was going to come out of that alive.
Hope she throws a little cut fastball inside down in it.
Cop cars have airbags?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to, yeah. I think every vehicle made, regardless of what it is, has to have an airbag now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, on to some other stories. Kraken's CEO is temporarily shutting down the headquarters for his San Francisco-based tech firm due to what he calls rampant crime. This is becoming such a problem for major cities on the west coast of the U.S. In this case, the Bitcoin app company, the head, Jesse Powell, says the office is already closed on Market Street after his employees have been repeatedly attacked, robbed, and harassed on their way to and from work. Now, he plans on keeping Kraken closed until something is done to reduce crime, mental illness, and drug abuse on the streets of San Francisco. Powell blames DA Chasey Boudin for the uptick in crime since he says crooks know they will not be prosecuted for their actions.
Right, yeah.
Kind of like those same things of doing those massive sweeps on stores.
No repercussions.
Yeah.
Don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
He concludes on social media that, quote, San Francisco is not safe and will not be safe until we have a DA who puts the rights of law-abiding citizens above those of street criminals he so ingloriously protects, end quote.
What we need is Carl Malden. Those streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little. That's a little joke for our 50 and older crowd. You young guys just hang loose. We'll get some stuff to you soon.
At least.
Was that Night Court?
No, Streets of San Francisco.
Streets of San Francisco. And it was a show in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was it really?
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
man.
I thought that was the guy from Night Court.
That was a gritty cop show.
Oh yeah, no, that was Hill Street Blues.
Yeah, that was But this was the precursor. I'm telling you.
Hey, speaking of crypto, have you guys heard? It's coming to the UFC.
Is it really?
This is really.
Oh, this is what I was waiting for. I was really nervous about crypto, but now it's with the UFC.
No, but it's just
now that it has the backing of barbarians.
Yeah, exactly. Fighters participating in pay-per-view events will now be eligible for fan-based bonuses in Bitcoin.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like American Idol for getting your ass beat in cauliflower ear.
Right.
The UFC and Crypto.com unveiled the new Fan Bonus of the Night yesterday. Fans worldwide will have the opportunity to vote online for the top 3 UFC fighters to win bonuses in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin payouts start at $30,000 for first place.
God almighty.
$20,000 for second place.
All right.
With the third place fighter getting $10,000.
Good.
The Fan Bonus of the Night kicks off tomorrow, Saturday. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, finally, speaking of history, The Simpsons will be making history in its newest episode. Variety reports the animated series is going to feature a character using American Sign Language, played by an actor who is deaf.
Wow, really?
Sunday's upcoming episode will not only showcase the long-running series' first ever use of ASL, American Sign Language, but also the show's first ever deaf voice actors.
Oh, I see.
The episode follows Lisa as she discovers her favorite musician and mentor who passed away had a son who was born deaf. Actor John Autry II, whose other credits include Glee, will guest star, calling it, quote, life-changing equality and participation, end quote.
Very cool.
What's interesting about that is I don't know how much of that is on the success of Coda, because while South Park takes 7 days to make,
right,
The Simpsons takes 7 months to make.
Well,
and that used to be the case. Unless it's changed, they take a long time to make episodes because they send the artwork. I think it's done in Korea, and then it comes back. Where in South Park, they're doing it on their Mac and throwing it up.
The writing sessions happen in 2 days, and they animate the thing, and it's gone.
And that's it.
That's why it can be like SNL and very topical from week to week.
Absolutely. So when The Simpsons do something like that, it's like they had to be working on that a while.
Listen, we all know The Simpsons are the modern-day version of Nostradamus because they have predicted more things than just about anything else.
But you say they're making history. It's kind of like Tom Brady throwing touchdown passes.
Everyone's a historical thing, right?
Because they are the longest-running episode, so everyone just makes that just moves that goalpost back.
And it just goes to show, I mean, talk about foresight, 7 months ago to be planning this episode, to have it align with the success of CODA.
Right, yeah.
And I don't want to add in this in real quick, but if you happen to see the photo of Marsha Blackburn during Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation, making the symbol, the white power symbol we've heard about before, there's a photo of her.
It's the OK thing or whatever.
It looks like it's the OK, but it's not. I learned today that in American Sign Language, that means asshole.
Oh, does it really? I didn't know that.
Yay! Truth in advertising. That was great. Super. And now you all are officially woke. And Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. And he's a joy to know and a joy to listen to. And you can listen to he and his lovely wife tomorrow morning as they host the Home Loans Radio Show. It's a great chance for you to listen as he answers your text questions or call in. But you don't have to wait until tomorrow morning. The show starts at 9:30, by the way. If you go to homeloansradio.com right now, look for the Ask Don bubble and just type your question right there. He loves to answer, takes about 3 hours to answer about 100 questions every day, and he does it every single day. Get your question answered at homeloans.com or thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thank you, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Something that people do at least, I don't know if it's once a week, but everybody definitely has done this, and I learned today that you may have been doing it wrong the entire time. And I'll tell you what that is next.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Kristen West here with your forecast. So a beautiful day ahead. After a cool start, we're warming nicely. Low to mid-70s today. Lots of sunshine. Winds will be breezy out of the west, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Humidity is down. We're going to stay rain-free today and tonight, dropping down to a cool 55 degrees under mostly clear skies. Hope you're having a great day so far. In the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist Kristen West.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If your company needs to spring into efficient hiring, then check out Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And we've been getting lucky. It's been nice and cool outside, but the heat is coming next week, no question. Be ready for it. Mills Air can help you do that with your AC to make sure it is set and ready to go for another brutal summer here in Central Florida. They've been doing this for 30 years, so they definitely know what they're doing. Their techs know every brand inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. More than likely, they have the parts ready to fix it right there. And if they don't, they're going to get them fast and get you back to cool. They helped out Ross. They can help you out as well. Plus, they're Carrier factory-authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates on that brand-new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. Family-owned and operated, ready to help you right now. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
Do you think you're the biggest Magic fan in town? Then enter for your chance to win a fan cave renovation with Mountain Dew. Simply visit any local Winn-Dixie and look for the Mountain Dew display. Then scan the QR code and tell us why you deserve to win. One lucky fan will win a flat screen TV, an autographed jersey, a Mountain Dew fridge with dew for a year, and a fund of $5,000 to put towards your renovation. For official rules and to locate your nearest Winn-Dixie, visit OrlandoMagic.com/ultimatefancave. Contest ends April 20th.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Did an accident leave you in need of representation? When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Gorgeous gaming, stunning streams, unbelievable bandwidth. Welcome to another Lifestyles of Gagillionaires. Meet the AT&T Fiber customers winning at life with hyper-gig speeds. Say hello to the Walkers, a family of not one but 4 Gagillionaires, each living up their Gagillionaire life at ludicrous internet speed. First up, Anna Walker. She dominates streaming like the matriarch she is. No show ever goes unwatched under her watch.
Next episode.
Next up, Peter Walker. There's no stopping this dad bod from showing up to his virtual workout sessions.
Let's go leg day.
And finally, the Walker twins. They may look alike but couldn't internet more differently. Harry dominates his fellow online gamers while Heather group video chats with friends.
Ooh, nice background filter, Jess.
Live like a gagillionaire. Get internet that upgrades everything. AT&T Fiber, now with speeds up to 5 gigs.
Limited availability in select areas. Speeds not guaranteed. Single device wired speed. Max 4.7 gig per second. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
Dave & Buster's Eat and Play Combo is back. Now to the end of April, get an entree and a game card starting at just $19.99. Only at Dave & Buster's. Limited time only. Pricing may vary. Other restrictions apply. See store for details.
Near historically low mortgage rates may not last forever. If you're in the market for a new home or your dream home, go with a lender you can count on. For competitive rates, over 300 loan products and thousands of loan consultants to help make sure you get the home and the mortgage that you want. Call now to see if you're pre-approved. 866-888-LOAN. 866-888-LOAN. Or go to loandepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. And MLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Spring is here, and Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need for your lawn and garden this season. Tools Ace Hardware's helpful associates have the answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizers for you. Plus, you can bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace Hardware's 9 service centers for a tune-up or repair. It's Tools Ace Hardware with 11 locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. That's acehardware.com.
Quitting nicotine isn't easy, which is why Tobacco Free Florida offers free tools and services like free 2-week starter kits of Quit Aids. We're also trying out music to help motivate smokers to quit.
Not another cigarette would be late. Now there's someone living tobacco free. It's you.
Wow. Okay. You know, maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
You've trusted Cars for Kids with your car donations for over 2 decades. Now Cars for Kids can help with your property donations too. If you're spending money on a property you don't use or hassling with out-of-state properties, donate to Cars for Kids instead. It's simple and easy. They will take over all taxes, maintenance, and insurance obligations. Best of all, you'll receive a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org or call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today to learn more. That's CARS with a K.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Klausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for joining us on this gorgeous Friday afternoon here in Central Florida. Hope you had a wonderful week. Hope you have a big weekend planned. The weather's supposed to be perfect. Get out there and have some fun. There's so much going on in Central Florida this week for sure. If you missed any of Brendan's report yesterday, you can go to bungalore.com, go to realradio.fm, go to jimcolbertlive.com. It's all there. You can find all the cool stuff. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here as well. Ross out in Oklahoma doing stand-up. He'll be back with us on Monday.
Wasn't he also in Arkansas?
Arkansas's next week.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
all this jet setting.
When he little rocks it out. That was a terrible pun. Well, Ember's only coming up here in just a few minutes. I told you guys before the break that you've been doing something all wrong.
Not surprised.
Are we supposed to guess what we're doing wrong?
I'm actually... I was
How much time do we have?
checking out the story right now. I just had to go find it again because I have so many tabs open on my stupid
Does it involve
computer.
the bathroom?
It does not.
Okay.
It involves...
The kitchen?
Food.
Okay, kitchen.
Fast food.
Oh. Eat while driving.
No.
Closing your bag and making your French fries soggy.
No. It's just something that everybody does when they eat fast food. Most everybody. I'm not a big fan of this, but you've been, and everybody gets this. Everybody's opened one of these before in their lives. It's how they did it, because I saw something online today that
peeling the paper off a straw.
God, you're so close. You've been opening your ketchup packets wrong your entire life.
Tearing from the top, on the rigid top.
Listen, when you look at a ketchup packet, the way it's printed, there's usually a black dot in the top right-hand corner, and a black dot or a black square in the bottom right-hand corner. I thought that was printing registration stuff for the actual ketchup packet itself, but apparently you're supposed to tear the ketchup package lengthwise. It's designed to tear down the long side.
So then you dip your French fry into the packet.
You have an envelope of ketchup that you can now dip your fries inside of without squirting the ketchup out onto your wrapper of your sandwich or into the thing that's carrying your sandwich or whatever.
Or onto the back of the blonde mother and her daughter.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm telling you, it's true. You
this
tear
is like Deb with the inside-out garbage bag.
You tear it lengthwise, and it tears perfectly. They did it over and over on social today. After I saw it, I looked it up. I'm like, there's no way.
Okay, I'm going to go grab a ketchup packet.
Go grab a ketchup packet, and we'll open it up. I have Ember's Only coming up here in a second. But she goes, you've been doing this wrong your entire life, and she's holding a ketchup packet. And I'm like, well, how can you do that wrong? If the ketchup comes out of the packet...
Who told you were doing it wrong?
You've done it correctly. If the ketchup makes it onto whatever you're eating,
yes,
you've done it right.
Correct.
She says no, and here's why. Because and she's a home chef, by the way. She's a TikTok home chef.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. Oh, that's not the right one. That's not a packet, is it? Oh, okay. Okay, you got to get all mad about it. Let me hold it. Oh, this is a red one. It says tear here, and it does show the little thing where you're supposed to tear it in the corner to squirt it. What she does, though, and her packet has the dots at the top. I'll try to see if I can do it here. I'm going to tear it. If you're looking, you can see. I'll tear it all the way down. You're supposed to be able to tear it, and then you're supposed to pull all the way down.
Wow,
just like that
actually worked?
And then you push it at the ends, and look what happens. The damn thing opens right up. You spill not even one drop of ketchup. You dip your fries in the packet. Dunzo. Yeah. Unbelievable.
How's that ketchup?
I'm not.
It came off Larry's desk, so.
Oh God, that could be from '72.
Well, he already licked your finger, so it's been nice knowing you.
Oh my God. Wow, the American flag on this only has 13 stars. I never knew that, but yeah, that's the case. So now when you tear your packets open, you can actually grab it, tear it all the way down the lengthwise, and if you push the ends. Now, this one I tore a little bit crazy, but if you push the ends, it opens up just like a little mouth, and your ketchup's in there, and you can just run it through there and not get ketchup everywhere, still eat your French fries, and be fine. There you go. Tip of the day, the Jim Colbert Show. Don't say we didn't give anything. Merry Christmas early.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we always say we like you to learn something.
Oh, yeah, a little something every day. There you go. All right, let's do Embers Only.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
I love people.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
And when I say I love people, I do not love people.
We know.
Somebody just texted in after that and says, quote unquote, but holding the ketchup package is so much more work. I wish you were my child. You stupid F.
Oh, come on.
I really do wish you were my kid. I would elbow you in the bridge of your nose if you said that in front of me. But it's so much more work to hold the packet. You baby. God almighty. All right, Numbers Only brought to you by our friends over at Corona Cigar Company. Love these guys. You will as well because they're awesome at what they do. These are more than just cigar stores. These are lounges. These things are custom built to enjoy cigars.
And
that's
spirits.
And spirits. But when you look at them
and
inside,
conversation.
It is unbelievable. The one downtown is just genuinely unreal. Both of the locations, Sand Lake and Heath, are also beautiful. When you walk in, you're going to see the best selection of cigars in all of Central Florida. It's not even close. All the great makers, all the great brands, all the sizes, all the flavors, all the styles. Not to mention, like Deb said, you have a wonderful selection of spirits. And the great thing about Jeff Borswitz, who owns Corona Cigar, he actually goes to these makers. Maker's Mark, Jim Beam, Jefferson Reserve. That's just a few. He's working on some more right now. And he makes his own blend of whiskey, and then they feature it in the store. These blends are custom built to enjoy with cigars.
And rum.
And rum. He does that as well. But, man, you can't get them anywhere else. They're simply amazing. And the staff is also very nice. Humidors, cutters, lighters. They have everything you need. CoronaCigar.com. Love these guys. This week, the cigar of the week is the Corona Nicaraguan 10th Anniversary Connecticut Churchill. Churchill being the size, Connecticut being the shade of the wrapper. And these are really, really beautiful cigars. They introduced these years ago, about 15 years ago, when they first introduced the Corona Nicaraguan Selection cigars. And they've become one of the most popular out there. Reason why is because it's an unbelievably good deal for the quality of cigar you get. And for this 10th anniversary, they released it in 2008. They have this beautiful tobacco, slightly stronger blend of choice Nicaraguan long filler tobaccos, and it just turns out to be a wonderfully medium to strong smoke with lots of great flavor. You get that leather in there, you get that great earth spicy flavor in there, really rich smoke, really well built as well. You cut them up, you draw, the draw is perfect, nice white ash. You can't lose because they're only $7 a piece.
Oh, so they're perfect for watching the Masters.
That size cigar for $7 each. And you're right, they are perfect for watching the Masters. You get some bottle of that whiskey and a couple of those cigars, sit outside in this beautiful weather and watch the golf tournament. You cannot lose.
Pretend it's you standing next to Tiger.
Only $7. It is the Corona Nicaraguan 10th Anniversary Connecticut Churchill, and it is your cigar of the week. Thanks so much, Corona Cigar. We appreciate that. Again, that's coronacigar.com. Remember, they will ship everywhere. So if you want something from these guys, find it online, let them ship it right to you. There you go, coronacigar.com. Back in a sec with Primetime Kitchen with our friend Amy Drew Thompson.
For every 10,000 new followers, everyone on Real Radio gets a new puppy. Can we get an assist? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Well, westbound Fairbanks Avenue remains closed between Formosa Avenue and I-4 due to a serious crash. Avoid this area. Eastbound travel on I-4 heavy coming out of Polk County now between U.S. Highway 27 and 429. Westbound travel on I-4 slow between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road, and 429 heavy 2 southbound approaching I-4. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Union Home Mortgage.
Mortgage rates are on the move, which means now is the time to take advantage of a home refinance. Team up with Union Home Mortgage and turn your home's equity into cash. Get started today at uhm.com/cash. Union Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229.
The future of space travel is coming. Are you ready for liftoff? Opening later this year, you can explore the future of space exploration and the newest attraction. It's called Gateway, the Deep Space Launch Complex at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. It's awesome. These guys are very good at what they do. You can discover the current innovations of space exploration, get up close to actual spacecraft, see visionary designs for solutions to propel the pathway of human deep space travel. 50,000 square foot, multi-level attractions, going to have everything you want, dazzling, engaging, inspiring guests through a one-of-a-kind experiences, artifacts, exhibits, 4D motion theater, atmospheric effects. It is going to be awesome. Learn more today. Grab your tickets early at thekennedyspacecenter.com.
This Saturday, only at Old Navy, get 50% off dresses for women and girls. That's right, women and girls spring dresses are 50% off. But it's this Saturday only. Hurry to Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 4-9 select styles only.
Inventory shortages are affecting much of the world, but for off-lease only, they have plenty of cars to choose from. You want to upgrade your daily drive without paying new car prices? Now is the time to take advantage of their inventory and save big on like new cars before they hit the auction block. At off-lease only, you get transparent pricing with no hidden fees and financing available for good and bad credit. Get pre-qualified online at offleaseonly.com. This is your last chance to save big on their inventory before it moves to auction. Act fast by shopping their selection at offleaseonly.com or take a test drive at their massive state-of-the-art dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
You've been hearing about it. Now it's here. IDC Spectacular Store-Wide Spring Sale, Friday through Sunday. You save up to 20% store-wide. Plus, take advantage of up to 3 years zero-interest financing. You know when International Diamond Center has a sale, it's the real deal. And this is the big one. Designers are here with their entire collections. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, and yes, thousands of engagement ring mountings. I mean, you can't miss this. Up to 20% savings store-wide, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at International Diamond Center. All 4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
Now through April 14th, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for $1 down and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody.
Even me, Mr. I can't sleep at night, so I keep dozing off during the day.
Especially you, Snoozy. You'll rest easier and feel fit-tacular. Join in club or at planetfitness.com. $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends April 14th. Join now at any of our local area locations, including our newest in Winter Springs. See club for details.
At Farah and Farah, we represent people from all walks of life in matters involving personal injury cases. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter which neighborhood you call home, because everyone deserves justice, dignity, and respect. And remember, when it comes to compensation, you only get one shot. Make it count. Call Farah and Farah at 800-500-5555. Orlando.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our show streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
Join 104.1 Real Radio today from 4 to 5 p.m. at Racetrack, 11801 University Boulevard. Register to win a pair of hockey tickets, tailgate cooler and grill, and other prizes. Find out where we'll be next with your chance to win at realradio.iheart.com.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, this is James from Cincinnati. Oh my God. I've been accidentally, quote unquote, been doing that for years. Every time I rip it down the side, I'm like, oh, damn it, I did it again. That's the way I'm supposed to be opening it. That's crazy.
That's so perfectly funny.
Very
because
funny.
That's right. Good job, buddy. You learn every day, right?
You're doing it right.
Oh, this old racist.
And anti-vaxxer.
This guy turned out to be a different.
How about that? Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's like, oh, man, we thought you were cool.
Yeah, back in the day, it was like slow hand, Clapton is God.
Yeah.
I was like, I hate Jews.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This guy went off the deep end. It's so funny.
No vaccines for me.
That's right.
Hanging out with Nugent and Gibson.
All right, look, no Jews, no vaccines. There's others too, but I can't say that in America. I'm just going to play this guitar instead and do this bag of blow.
Right.
There used to be, I had somebody tell me that, so, by the way, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I was incorrect. We moved Primetime Kitchen to 4:20 so we'd have more time. So we'll have that coming up in just a second with our friend Amy Drew Thompson. I'm Jim. Jack and Deb are here as well. Ross out on vacation. He'll be back with us on Monday. But there used to be here in Central Florida, I don't know if it still exists anymore. Did you guys realize like some of the biggest albums in rock were recorded right here?
Miami.
Ocoee, Florida.
Get out.
There's a studio. Hold on. There's a music studio in Ocoee, Florida. I'm going to find out what it is. You just dropped this on me here, Jack. One sec.
Sure.
And I don't know what it is, but it was 212. It's in Ocoee. And the rumor is that Eric Clapton, Stark Lake Studios, there it is. Stark Lake Studios, if I remember right, there was rumors years ago that that Eric Clapton recorded something there, and this guy remembers. He goes, I think it's either his mom or dad worked there for something at the time, and he walked in, and he goes, all I remember is walking in, there's Clapton sitting on a stool with his guitar and his headphones, and a stool beside him with a straight-up sandwich bag full of Coke and a bottle of whiskey. And a bottle of whiskey. And apparently, he'd take that little spoon and dip it in there about every other song and rip a snort of blow and a big old snort of whiskey and just start playing again. Yeah, that's right.
Whoa.
Stark Lake Studios, family-owned, operated recording studio just 15 minutes from downtown Orlando, has had some of the biggest stars in all of music in their recording. Daddy Yankee, the Pointer Sisters, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Molly Hatchet. It doesn't say anything about Clapton, but he's a little bit older of an artist. The Pointer Sisters are as well. But I think those are just a few. And if I remember right, some of the biggest albums or parts of some of the biggest records were recorded right there in little bitty Ocoee, Florida.
But they've never mentioned it before.
Yeah, no,
it's always Nashville or Memphis or Miami.
Clapton did an album down in Miami, and I think it's actually part of the title of the album is the address of the studio, and then told the Bee Gees about it, and then they went to Miami, and that's where they recorded Saturday Night Fever.
Huh. Oh, wow.
Yeah, because the Bee Gees worked out of Miami a lot. Hold on a sec. I'm sorry. Yeah, this thing is killing me. The Stark Lake Studios, yeah. I remember it specifically, the story about it, where there was like a bunch of really big records made there. Skynyrd, I think, recorded some albums there.
So you heard that when you were growing up? When
I first moved here in 85.
Oh, really?
One of the guys I used to hang out with lived out that area. And if you remember, I believe Stark Lake was the lake. You guys remember the very first encephalitis or what's it? The amoeba.
The brain amoeba.
So do you remember, I believe Stark Lake in Ocoee in the mid to late 80s was the first that I remember was the first big story of that amoeba encephalitis as kids were playing in the shallow, super warm waters of that lake, stirred up some of that stuff, went up in the nose and killed them. If I remember right, it was that lake. And I remember also I had a friend that worked in that or that lived in that area, so we were always around that lake. They used to ski in it all the time.
Ugh.
And that little studio is just nondescript, kind of right off to the side there, if I remember right. Kind of cool, though. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I had to kind of yell at Amy Drew a little bit today.
Yell at her?
Not yell at her.
Oh, what'd you do now?
Not yell at her. I wasn't yelling at her per se. But one of the restaurants that she's going to feature in Primetime Kitchen is near the house.
Oh.
And I did not even know about it. And I was like, how have you kept this from me? Like, how have you possibly told me that you can't get that kind of food? I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Like, within minutes from my house. And she's like, oh, God, they just opened.
I didn't know. I have enough to do.
Right, exactly.
I thought you were going to, I don't want you driving traffic to my neighborhood.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No. It's too far away.
Don't send the unwashed.
461 Ocean Boulevard, Jack?
That's it.
There you go. All right, 407-916-1041.
I think it's amoebic meningoencephalitis.
Yeah, something like that. Now, we've had
Stay out of hot lake water.
Yeah,
a number of cases from there, yeah.
I just recently learned that there's an amoeba that lives in the ocean water that's like that, too. I learned all those things after moving down here.
Yeah, man, when that thing happened, we lived in that lake right around the corner here. And that lake was a spring-fed lake that hardly ever went down. Even in the worst periods of drought here in Central Florida, the lake was hardly ever down any. And it did not have a normal shoreline, and the water was always pretty cool. It never warmed up, right? Still did not matter. My wife was like, you are not swimming in that lake between this time and that time. And the only way that we would allow the kids to swim in the lake is we had this floating, like a trampoline-looking thing.
Right.
And they could take that out into the middle of the lake, and we put a boat anchor onto it so they can drop the anchor down, and it'll just stay where it is because the water is deeper out there and could not warm up like the
deeper
shore
and colder.
Water. So we're like, you go out there and do all you want, but you're not doing it near here because there's...
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm not dealing with that. No, thank you. I am not having that in my world.
Oh, no, that would be terrible.
407-916-1041. If you're just tuning in, by the way, the Academy dropped the bomb on Will Smith today. They announced his punishment after kind of contemplating it for, a week now?
Mm-hmm.
And they've banned him from the Oscar celebration for 10 years. Now, we do have it on our Twitter account right now, at Jim Colbert Show, a Twitter poll asking if you think that's severe enough, just right, or should it be worse? I didn't want to add this to the Twitter poll as well, because we talked about this at the beginning of the show. I just found out that my mom, I didn't just find this out. I knew my mom left journals. I think there's about 7 of them. And my wife read them. And I saw them again, I believe, this past week, and I'd questioned her about them and stuff. Now, she's told me some things that were in there because it was pertinent to when she passed. The information that was in there,
right,
we kind of used to help bury her and do things of that nature. And I made a statement saying, well, eventually I want to read those. And my wife said to me, you should never, ever, ever read those. She's kind of an impartial judge there because, even though we've been married 17 years, been together like 18, 19 years, she and my mom, because my mom's mental illness, never really got super, super close. My mom just wouldn't let anybody close to her. Even,
right.
She started even questioning her own kids and me, and family members. So it wasn't like you could even do that at that point. But, she understood completely that. She goes, you should not ever read that. You should just let those be. You never read them. And
who do you think knows the person you are today? Who do you think knows you better than your wife?
I don't know that anybody knows me better than my wife. So, I mean,
that has to weigh into that decision and her advice.
But the Twitter poll is going to be, do you think I should read the journals? Do you think I should go against my wife's advice and read them?
Yeah, I just put it up there. Oh, 100% no, Jimmy. Then again, it's one vote. It says, should Jim read his mom's journals against the advice of his wife?
Yeah, no, when we mentioned this earlier, we had a slew of text messages that came in, and I think there's only like 2 in support of it.
Well,
the rest of them just basically said that they had a similar situation and they chose to do it, and it provided more questions and some other things that they did not need to know about, like things that maybe happened to other family members that were kept quiet in the family, secrets that she just kind of poured out onto the page, and then you never know, something maybe happened to a sister that you didn't know happened.
Yeah, so I found my wife's journals, and my wife actually found them and read them and pointed out took out some highlights to share. And so, no, good ones.
Okay.
Good highlights. And then I read, and then it's like, but there are some days where she might, express feelings that, you can't question now. It's, she's gone. So she writes that down, and it's like, oh, okay.
She thought strongly enough to write it down.
Yeah, that was a bad day.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because
you're stuck with that.
And the other,
exactly.
But your mom didn't deal with mental illness, did she?
No, but
senility maybe toward the end a little bit.
Just maybe a little depression.
Okay,
I would say, and there was loneliness that she wrote about that I did not know after my stepdad passed.
Right.
But learned a little more about that. I don't regret reading it, but my wife didn't warn me against reading it. If my wife gave me the warning that you say Tori's giving you, I probably would not.
And that's not that, hey, you should not, that's not one of those joking, you don't want to read that.
No.
And it's like looking you dead in your eye and saying, you probably don't want to read that.
Yeah, it's something you'll never forget for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It sounds like that's the thing. And the thing is, Deb mentioned it, but I was thinking it. I think burning it is the only way to put an end to it forever, because otherwise you'll always.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can burn them. That would be a bit much.
But she can. Tori, do it now.
Yeah,
Tori, go do it.
She there's a couple. The thing that is a little scary about it, and in that same sense, I'm going to take calls on this a little bit later in the program. We have Prime Time and Nicole coming up. Top of the hour, we can do it at 5:00, I guess. My mom did have mental illness, so I can take everything written with a grain of salt.
That's the mistake you will make.
I can do that.
Yeah, you can.
But here's the thing. I would know when it was the mental illness and not the mental illness, because the mental illness stuff read like a script to an Alex Jones show. I mean, it was, tinfoil hat, the whole 9 yard stuff. So that stuff makes itself pretty evident. But that other stuff that would be family specific would not have input from the mental illness, and those thoughts would be maybe a little bit more clarified.
Well, here's the question. Did she say you probably shouldn't read them?
Mm-mm.
Or did she say definitively you should not read them? What were her words?
Yeah, you definitely should not read that.
Okay.
Wow, buddy.
Yeah, there was no wiggle room there. And in other words, she also knew about your mother's mental illness and was there and was present for it. So she would also know
supportive.
Where you would know in those writings. That is what you are using as your way in. Because what you're telling yourself is, I can read these things because I knew she was mentally ill. So no matter what I read, it's always going to have a tinge of that on it. So maybe it won't hurt as much or hit as hard because she was mentally ill. Your wife knows those things, and she still told you definitively, no question, you definitely should not read them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let curiosity kill that cat, Jimmy.
Yeah. You know, the other thing about it is my mom wasn't a super positive person toward the end. That mental illness had taken any of the verve that she may have had for life or other lives in her, life.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd kind of regressed into somebody who constantly thought that the world was out for her kind of thing. So, you kind of wonder, there's not going to be, I don't think that you could cull the group of journals and find, excerpts that you thought were, cool. Like Jack's wife did, like NaomiBradshaw.com did. I don't know that my wife could skip through there and find stuff that was, I don't know that there's anything cool in there. She didn't lead me to believe there was a whole lot of redeeming.
Then there's really no benefit from reading it.
Yeah, but because I didn't have a real super close relationship with Mom for the last 8 years because of this, I didn't know how she was actually feeling, and this would give me an insight into what was really happening in her head as opposed to what she was telling me, because the conversations we started having were quite repetitious, and it really had no substance. It was just, hey, how are you? How's the fam? What you're reading? What you're watching?
Right.
Because anything else would have been dealing with the stuff that the mental illness brought up. So everything was surface. All right, 407-916-1041. Take some calls on that top of the hour. Amy Drew Thompson up next with Primetime Kitchen.
If you like us here, like us everywhere. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, authorities have finally cleared that wreck that was causing delays westbound on Fairbanks Avenue between Formosa Avenue and I-4. All lanes are open now. We're seeing heavy traffic, though, eastbound on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Westbound travel a solid ride, too, between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Southbound 429 stop and go between Sinclair Road and I-4. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by League of Conservation Voters. We can all be part of the fight to achieve a healthy environment for the communities of today and tomorrow. Join Chispa Florida, the Latino community movement that seeks to protect the environment, combat climate change, and have clean water. Visit Chispa Florida and social media platforms.
Man, are you still in glasses or contacts? It's 2022 and time to level up your vision. The team over at the Filatowski Eye Institute uses the latest state-of-the-art technology in vision correction surgery and is one of the leaders in vision correction surgery here in Central Florida. Find out if you're a candidate. It's easy. Just text 1041 to the number 868686. Schedule that consultation right now, and if money's a concern, do not stress. The guys at Filatowski Eye Institute offer 24-month interest-free financing. Learn more today. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule that consultation right now.
Gorgeous gaming, stunning streams, unbelievable bandwidth. It's another Lifestyles of Gagillionaires. Meet the AT&T Fiber customers winning at life with hyper gig speeds. Meet Gagillionaire Terry. While his love of streaming horror movies has him constantly on the edge of his seat, his internet bill won't give him a scare.
Oh, don't go in there. I'm telling you.
Because since Terry upgraded to AT&T Fiber with hyper gig speeds, he doesn't worry about data caps or equipment fees.
Come on, man. The door's open for a reason.
And best yet, he also doesn't stress about a price increase at 12 months, because with the amazing Gagillionaire lifestyle comes an exquisite sense of tranquility. Most of the time. Live like a Gagillionaire. Get straightforward pricing with AT&T Fiber. Internet that upgrades everything. No data caps, no equipment fees, and no price increase at 12 months.
Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
They're breaking all the rules at International Diamond Center this weekend with the biggest store-wide sale of the year. Friday through Sunday, up to 20% off all rings, bands, bracelets, earrings, and fashion jewelry. Plus, up to 3 years, zero interest financing. And only at International Diamond Center. Unapproved credit.
Not sure which college savings plan you can trust? Get with the plan that more than 1 million families have saved with. Florida 529 prepaid plans are flexible, affordable options that let you start saving for just $45 a month. You just pick the plan that's right for your budget, and we manage the rest for you. Plus, your investment is guaranteed by the state of Florida, so you can never lose your money. And if the cost of tuition goes up more than originally projected, Florida Prepaid covers the difference, guaranteed. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Earn up to $500 in college savings and enroll for free today.
No spring break trip planning is complete without a visit to COVID Clinic. When you think of COVID-19 testing, think COVID Clinic. With multiple locations throughout Orlando, there's one nearby that can provide you and your family with fast and convenient patient testing. Other places make you wait for your results, but not COVID Clinic. They know that you need results fast. That's why they offer a PCR test before you travel with results available the same day. Fast, easy, clean, and safe. Find a location near you at covidclinic.org.
When we come to work in the morning, we don't think about all the money we've won against big tobacco, big pharma, or the insurance industry. That's in the past. Life faces forward, and so do we. It's been said, to live in the past is to die in the present. What really matters is what we can do for you and your family right now, right this second. So call us. Farah and Farah, here for you, here for good. Orlando.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding! Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirINC.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Right now, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $8, including tops from $8 and jeans from just $14. Hurry to Old Navy and OldNavy.com for up to 60% off store-wide now. Valid 4/5 through 4/17, select styles only.
The free iHeartRadio app has that fresh new spring smell. Oh, yeah. We're spring-loaded with tons of new stations, playlists, and podcasts to explore. Check out new live stations like Guilty Pleasures Radio. Embrace the songs you secretly love. Dozens of new playlists like Gen X Girls, Rock Icons Today, First Crush, and more. And, of course, new podcasts to binge like Connections with Eva Longoria, Biohacked, Family Secrets, and Where's My Jetpack, with more added every day. Spring on the free iHeartRadio app. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
$500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
That's right, guys. Time for another edition of Primetime Kitchen featuring our good friend Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. We'll get to Amy Drew in just 1 second. Of course, always, Primetime Kitchen brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware, your grilling headquarters. All the great grills are there. Big Green Eggs. They have the Weber Genesis series, Traegers. Just unbelievable selection of hardwoods to cook with. Great charcoals, rubs, spices, marinades, all the accessories. Propane refills, which cost way less than buying those ones at the grocery store. It's a joke. All of that. Makes it your grilling headquarters. Check them out today. Find your location and get your new grill at toolsacehardware.com. Big round of applause for our friend Amy Drew Thompson.
Yay! That's where Ross would say, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jack did not clap.
No, I was
Must have
busy
been too busy. Yeah.
I was busy saying, oh, yeah.
Too busy. Amy Drew, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, doing quite well. You have good hair on today. Are you going out tonight?
You are so sweet. I have no idea. Maybe am I going out? I am going out tonight. I am going out.
Well,
the studio audience tells me I'm going out tonight.
Usually we get the hair and the cap because you've been grinding all week. You are. I can picture a whiskey or a glass of wine or some tequila just outside the shot. So the instant you go dark.
I would love that. Usually it's just I showered today before the show.
Okay.
So,
look out!
So yeah,
party time.
So
she freshened up. She freshened up first, Jack. She did.
Yeah,
that's great for the Zoom shot. She freshened up. Really appreciate that. Well, how's your week been? You been all right?
I've been all right. It's been busy. It's always a busy week. There's always so much going on. There's always so much to eat. There's always so much to talk about. I feel like we don't even do enough. And I'm so glad that we have extra time now. It's great.
I agree as well. Is there a season for Central Florida eating? I mean, I know that some areas have seasons because of a specific food that comes in. I know when strawberries hit here, we just kind of went through that. Every restaurant has their iteration of some strawberry dessert or whatever because they're available. But does that happen in Central Florida?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I noticed the same things as you. Of course, summer is always a toughie because that's when things here don't grow, as opposed to, beautiful strawberries in New Jersey in July, and here, they just incinerate. So I know the summer months are a little bit more of a challenge for chefs when it comes to the produce, but they pull it out. It's good stuff.
Yeah, they work it out just fine. Amy Drew Thompson, of course, works for the Orlando Sentinel, and you can get all of her contacts at JimColbertLive.com. That's her Instagram, Facebook, where you can contact her, what she's doing, all that stuff. Again, JimColbertLive.com.
Always look for Primetime Kitchen at the top of our page and the latest episode, and also all of our contact info.
Listen to me. I just texted you before the show about keeping this from me, and I cannot believe I thought we were friends, but whatever. And tell me this. I shot you a pretty good question. So you wrote a piece about empanadas, or empanadas were part of it. And for one thing, I learned right off the bat, I didn't know that was an Argentinian dish.
The first is usually tied back to Spain and Portugal.
Okay.
But Argentina is largely agreed upon as the first place outside of there that empanadas landed. And of course, they've proliferated Caribbean, Latin America. Every country does them.
I was telling Deborah
different ways.
Yeah, I was telling Deb I went up to Denver to see my kids and go to a ball game, and we went to this little food hall that had a stand that did nothing but empanadas. And I remember asking them, I was like, how aren't these as popular as tacos, considering they're so much easier to eat? You can stuff them full of damn near anything you want. You could make some of the Franken empanadas. You could do anything with them. These things theoretically should be like one of the hottest finger foods on the planet, but yet, you talked about this place today. I was like, oh, damn, that's in Oviedo. It's right around the corner. Tell me about this place, by the way.
It is so cute. It's very fast casual. So it's not like, some of the other places that I've written about empanadas for are steakhouses. They're a little more formal. They're a little more sit down. This place is grab and go, or, you can sit down and eat. It's very casual. She does them. She is from Argentina. She hasn't been here that long, but she visited Orlando many, many times on vacation over the years. And she chose Oviedo. She looked around and she said, I want to open a shop. And, it was a good location for her. There wasn't a lot of that around there. And she seems to be doing really, really well. It's called Alma Argentina.
Yeah, Marissa Flores. Alma Argentina. It's only been open for a few months now. And I have to tell you, my wife and I have this conversation all the time, and I know that you will agree. Oviedo is prime for the taken right now when it comes to food.
That whole area of East Orlando, I would say Oviedo, Waterford, UCF, it is like kind of this low-level international foodie destination. We do not have the fancy, which is great because it's not really expensive, right? We don't have these, like nightclub restaurants over there.
Yeah.
But you've got Taiwanese food, you've got Filipino food, you've got Szechuan food now, you've got, Argentinian food, you've got really good ramen about 3 steps away from the empanada place.
Right, really, yeah.
Yeah, which is made by a Venezuelan Japanese woman. So don't tell me we're not international out there.
And you know what? The funny thing about empanadas, I did not know. I thought they were all fried, but that's not the case. Actually, most of them are baked. And by the way, she will make them fried as well upon request, but she likes baking them. And I thought that was a fried product, but it's not. It's baked.
A lot of other countries do them fried traditionally. Argentina mostly bakes them. Like all of the shops, she said, she told me that back home, it's like pizzerias. There's like an empanada shop on every corner, and there's no fryers in any of them. They only work with ovens.
I'll be damned. Well, and again, if you're wondering what that is, if people out there, it's like empanada looks like a little calzone.
Yeah.
Right? Like a little calzone. You can fill them up with anything from spinach and cheese to pork and spices. I think the original was like spiced beef, wasn't it, Amy Drew?
The Argentine One is like a picadillo. It's like a ground beef with sliced green olives and red peppers, and it's really delicious. It was really, really good. My favorite, I didn't try every single one. She has more than 15 different varieties. My favorite of the ones she tried was the spinach, which is a vegetarian one. It's spinach and cheese, and it was so good.
So freaking awesome. We'll try it out. It's called Alma Argentina. It's up in Oviedo, and tell them we sent you by because it looks wonderful. Let's move on. Your review is one of my favorite things because I love the fact, for one thing, you're a great writer. I should tell you that. And we deeply appreciate you joining us but the way you write about food, you really kind of incorporate the entire vibe of the restaurant, not just talk about a particular dish, which I like, because I believe that when you go to dine somewhere, the vibe of the place really makes a difference. And, one of our favorite places, a little sushi place up in Oviedo, does a very good job at that. Ravenous Pig does a very good job at that. A lot of the places in town do a good job, and this one does as well. Tell me about the Bombay Street Kitchen.
Oh my gosh, what a phenomenal restaurant. And the best part is you're sitting in a booth on, depending on which part of the building you're in, and you look out the window and you're right next to Tortas El Rey, which is like one of the best places in town for cheap Mexican food.
Oh, really?
And you're sitting in this place that belongs, once again, we're talking, this place would be right at home in, Millennia, Sand Lake, Dr. Phillips, like in all of those places. This looks like a place that belongs there without a doubt.
Well, it is amazing, and the food that you put up there is amazing as well. And it's not so stereotypical, right? You said they don't even offer a tikka masala, which is your basic stuff. Do they take some chances over there?
They have curries and they have things that you will recognize, certainly, if you're there. But the owner, chef, is also the owner of Tamarind and Asherwad.
Yeah.
And very familiar restaurants that have been here serving the Indian food that Americans are most familiar with for a long time. And this, he told me, was sort of the restaurant, I believe he said, that he's been holding inside of him. It's like his dream restaurant because he's serving Indian food that Indians eat more regularly.
And that's awesome. The one thing about Indian food that I noticed going to Indian restaurants here in Central Florida, I have a couple that are my favorites, Tamarind happens to be one of them, is that usually they don't have full liquor menus. Usually it's a beer and wine thing. With the Bombay Kitchen kind of breaks that rule, don't they?
Well, Asherwad, he added a bar when they moved locations.
Oh, I see. Yeah, gotcha.
Because he was always getting that. Do you have a full bar? Do you have a full bar? And he felt like, then maybe this is make or break. So he added a bar and he noticed on the bottom line, the bar was effective. And so at Bombay Street Kitchen, you can go in there and order Patron on the rocks with a lime and get your Indian food. And very soon, he said, there will be more of a bar program there. And they're going to look to make some craft cocktails that bring in some of those Indian flavors, different fruits, different aromas, different spices and things that are a little more Indian forward in the program.
Yeah, it's funny because it says that the Bombay Street Kitchen is what we're talking about, by the way. It says that this is not your mom's food. So that, I think instantly that says a separation from the traditional, which is kind of unique. And when you look at the dishes that you put up on the story you did in the Sentinel, they're absolutely beautiful. This lamb chop dish, I'm not a giant lamb fan, but it looks absolutely wonderful.
Oh, it's good. You would like it. They're beautiful. That's a tandoor dish. So it's not really as out there, I think, or different for a lot of people, but it was exquisite. But the thing about this place is that it pulls from states all over India. Street food, it's very regional. There are a lot of differences and different foods that are popular in different places around the nation, around India. And so you'll find different things from different street carts, largely. So when I say it's not the chef's mother's food, but it's not his daughter's food either, because he makes her masala mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He told me.
Hey, you're going to have masala mac and cheese. Who doesn't?
Of course.
Which it sounds like I would really like.
Right,
frankly. I think I would like that.
You had me mac and cheese. You can almost add anything into it.
Right.
Ball bearings, and I'll have 2 servings.
But really gorgeous restaurant. There was not one miss anywhere in there.
That's
and
awesome.
You'll see things that are familiar and you're going to want to go back. It's really shareable, small plate friendly, big group friendly, because you'll get to try more things, and it's just beautiful inside.
And I will tell you, Indian food, and I know this is it's kind of Indian food. It is Indian food, but that is one of the best leftover foods on planet Earth, by the way. It does not get enough credit for it, but no food eats like leftovers better than Indian food.
We hardly ever have any, so maybe that's why I'm less familiar with it.
I have it occasionally when I go to our favorite place there. I always save some because the next day it's always great. Talking to Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. You listen to Primetime Kitchen here on the Jim Colbert Show. You know, talking about street trucks and street vendors and stuff, I know that Sanford started something a few years back and it kind of blew up in their face and it's coming back.
Right. Well, everything in Sanford is blown up. I was telling the folks over at historic downtown Sanford that many, many moons ago when I lived in Miami, I came up here to do like an off the beaten path Orlando story for people who are traveling here. Like, hey, if you're tired of the parks. And I went up to Sanford and I wrote about the Colonial Room and the antique shops.
Right. Because there was nothing else to write about.
And that's what was there. And then steadily more. And now it's like every week is a festival. They have, they had a Live After 5. They had, the Porch Fest. They have everything. And just there's so much to do. Even without a festival, it looks like a festival. So they're taking this popular food truck event that they've been doing on Saturdays and they are moving it to Sunday.
Yes, they are. And then we're not talking about a few. I mean, we're talking about 40 trucks, 5,000 people. It's a thing. It is a thing. So I mean, it is, and it's like you're kind of, and look, food trucks from every possible. There's every possible shot at food there. I mean, everything from lobster rolls to tacos to barbecue to sweets, everything in between.
Everything. And this weekend will be very special because they're bringing back for the first time since COVID the Battle of the Food Trucks, which is why you're going to have more than 40 trucks out there competing to win best in entree and best in dessert. So they're going to have their A game going, which I'm sure they do all the time. There's going to be mobile bars out there because West End Trading Company and Celery City Craft are hosting the event. So you can either bring your beer within that little footprint. You can bring your beer out to the truck. You can bring your food into Celery City, and it's just a free-for-all with lots of seating. It's very, very family friendly.
It's the Sanford Food Truck Festival. The good thing about Sanford as well, you can bring your pet down there most of the time. You just walk your dog around. Matter of fact, I don't know that you can. At one point, I thought you had to bring a dog down to even be invited into downtown Sanford. Like
Where's your purse dog? Go home.
Every other person had a dog, but it's the Sanford Food Truck Festival. It's happening this Sunday, and they've moved it to. Is it every third Sunday or second Sunday now?
I believe it is second Sundays. Second Sunday, and then about once a quarter, they're going to do Battle of Food Trucks.
There you go.
Every 3 or 4 months.
That's over in downtown Sanford this weekend. Check that out. All right, let's end it up with 7 Bites. Of course, nobody doesn't love Trina Probst and VA over there at 7 Bites. They're legendary. And of course, if you watch the Food Channel, chances are you've come across her because she and Guy Fieri have turned into like besties. And she's on the Food Network with him like every other 20 minutes now. And they're pairing up with OBB was Orange Blossom Brewing for a collab.
Correct. They did this for 407 Day, which of course is a day we're all supposed to be going out, and that was yesterday. So you can make up for it today and all weekend long if you didn't do it. Go out and support some small Orlando businesses, and in this case, food businesses. Tom Mensch and Trina have known each other. He is the head brewer and head keg washer over at Orange Blossom. And they've known each other for a while. They decided to do this collaboration. And Trina said, I'm not even really a beer person. I bake stuff. And he was like, well, that's okay. We can get that in the beer. So they themed a beer on her very Food Network famous nighttime sky pie, vanilla bean, bourbon, bacon, nighttime sky pie.
So they make what looks like a marshmallow pie, with the 2 crackers and it's in-house marshmallow, the bourbon, bacon, vanilla bean in there. Then they dip that half in chocolate.
Oh.
Now they're infusing that flavor into a beer. And the cool thing is she said it perfectly. She goes, in my mind, he's a brewer. He likes yeast. I'm a baker. I like yeast. It should work out fine. And they have some kegs of this left over. It sounds like it could be kind of cool. I'm not crazy about these collabs sometimes, Amy Drew, because they seem kind of like a novelty, but some of them also have been incredibly good.
True. And, this one, I have not tried it yet, but it is a Pilsner. So I feel like it's got a shot at not being too heavy because some of those, Imperial stouts are like, okay, if I wanted cake, I would have ordered cake.
Right. Yeah.
Like I want it to be a little bit more beer in here than chocolate syrup. But this one, I think has potential to be really good, like very light but you get all the notes, but it's not clunking you over the head. So I look forward to trying.
Yeah, I do too, because I mean, look, if you do it right, these brewers have this stuff down to a science now, man. I don't even know how they do it, but Angel gave me a beer. It's a porter, but I think it was an Imperial Porter that was chocolate and daddle peppers, or daddle pepper. Some people say daddle pepper, which is a pepper that is grown up in St. Augustine in that area up
heat,
there.
Right?
A little bit of heat,
yeah.
But it also has a little bit of a sweet flavor too, and it is exceptionally good. Like, it's really good. So these collabs,
I would like that.
These collabs can get very fun. Yeah, it's just a little tingly. Like sometimes you'll get those martinis where they float a little bit of a jalapeno on top, and then they put the spicy salt around or the sugar around the rim. It's kind of like that.
Nice. I'm intrigued.
Very good.
I think you just helped her decide on her drink order tonight.
Well, listen,
We'll see. Now I'm kind of feeling spicy, I think.
Where are you going tonight? What are you doing tonight? What's Amy Drew Thompson doing
I
on the
don't
weekends?
know. I didn't even know I was going out until 10 minutes ago.
Well, you are all dressed up and your
she
hair
showered.
is done. I know you
am
gotta go
not,
out now.
I'm wearing an army jacket.
You don't, do you shower to sit around?
I shower to not smell.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that. Well, who's going to smell you? You're sitting in your house. Go out and do something.
She is. Her hair looks too good.
I will report back next
No,
week.
stop. You're not going to do any of that.
Yes, she
And,
is.
You know, here's the thing. I bet she probably can't wait for the weekend, so she doesn't have to run anywhere. My God, if you read anything she does during the week, it's like she's never home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be sad. I'm not trying to make you sad.
Yeah, you got it.
God almighty, don't get sad.
I'm never
That's my
sad. I
life.
have the coolest job on the planet.
You do have the coolest job on the planet.
I do.
Anything else out there that we didn't talk about that you wanted to cover? Anything you're doing or writing about that you think is interesting?
Oh my gosh, what do I have coming up? Well, let's see. We've got some fun things coming up for Passover. So for those of you celebrating Passover or who might like chocolate, you might be interested in that. And I'm trying to think. We've got some wine stuff coming up in the future. We've got some fun farming things coming up in the future. So we'll just tease a little.
All right, very good. So again, if you want to follow her on all of her social media platforms, JimColbertLive.com. All of the contacts are there, whether it be Instagram, Facebook. Of course, you can always read her in the Orlando Sentinel. Get your subscription today. It's very, very cheap. The coupons alone are worth what you pay for the paper. And then you get all of the great writing here as well, along with Amy Drew, Scott Maxwell, all the other good writing. What are you laughing about?
You're just fun.
Why?
Yeah. The coupons.
You're just fun.
True,
You're all
though.
just fun.
It's
I'm having
true.
fun today.
You got to reach, Amy, you got to reach the people who are looking for a bargain like me.
Yeah.
The coupons pay for the paper. You get the Sunday paper, the coupons are going to cover it. Then you get the digital subscription.
You get the crosswords.
Then our friends get paid over there. Bianchi gets paid.
You're
Maxwell
all
gets
hired.
paid.
You're all hired.
We should be your marketing team. They don't have those anymore, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm too busy.
All right. Well, look, whatever you do tonight, be safe.
Thank you.
Don't
You
do
too.
anything. Don't do anything silly. Don't drink too much.
Nope.
Wear that army jacket.
I'm a good girl.
All right, there she is, Amy Drew Thompson. Thanks, Amy Drew. We appreciate that. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next Friday, all right?
You all too. Thank
you. got it right. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this. Thanks for joining us for Primetime Kitchen, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. You know, those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
From the driveway.com Weather Center.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Embrace for changes. It is going to be cool this weekend. Tomorrow morning, waking up to 57. The wind will be blowing. We could see gusts over 30 miles an hour. And here's the kicker. The high is only going to reach about 70 degrees. We're going to have times of clouds and sun. A weak disturbance moving in overhead. No rain out of this thing. By Sunday, we clear it out. A morning low of 49. But a high of 75 degrees. It'll get hot next week, don't worry. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Springfest is on at Lowe's. And with aisles of savings on lawn and garden and appliances, you'll find exactly what you need for spring. Lowe's, home to any budget. Home to any possibilities.
Man, inflation running high right now. Who knows when it will ever level out? Got to buy your windows and doors now at FAS. That way you can lock in your price. FAS has the largest window and door showroom in all of Central Florida. 38 unique windows on display ready for you to operate, and they're built with impact-resistant glass. That gives you security, noise reduction, and maximum efficiency as well. Plus, they have a full selection of hurricane windows and doors. Plus, the estimates are free at FAS. Plus, they'll give you tons of options as well. All products have a lifetime warranty, and if you act right now, how about $55 per window, $95 per door rebates waiting for you. No money down, no interest payments for 12 months. It's FAS Windows and Doors Showroom, Fairbanks and I-4. Online, book your appointment today at FASWD.com.
Limp Bizkit, a night of hits, chocolate starfishes, and flavored water to the fine taste of hot dogs, bouncing bananas, and endless opportunities for action-packed fun. Limp Bizkit Still Sucks Tour will suck so good. April 28th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa, with special guests Snot, Wargasm UK, and Scowl. Tickets on sale now at limpbizkit.com. Limp Bizkit, Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
All smashed up, don't know what to do. Just call Mo so you won't be singing the blues. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
O'Reilly. Need new wiper blades? Not sure which ones to buy? The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. We'll show you options for your specific car and even install them for free. Right now, save $10 per pair on Bosch Focus wiper blades, plus earn double O-Rewards points. There's no better time to replace your wiper blades. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. That's how you call the program. You can text us as well. That number 77031. Leave us a talk back. So go to the iHeartRadio app, then go to Real Radio. When you find it, you use the little mic to send us something fun. Or maybe insult Jack or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
You know, I was a little light on talkbacks. So I was going to play some of the leftover ones from yesterday.
From your birthday day?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And there's Jackson.
Hey.
All right, every single Friday around this time, we invite our good friend Nicole Dupre to drop by. She runs Opera del Sol. You can find her online at dupre.today. Big round of applause for Nicole Dupre.
Woo! Looking good.
What's up, kiddo? How you doing?
Thanks. I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Doing wonderful. You're a vision in red today.
Oh, thank you. Just a fuzzy sweater.
Big old fuzzy, comfy sweater.
Out.
Little chilly day outside. Very good.
I know. It's nice. Had all the windows open today. I mean, these are the days we live for, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. These are the last days before the sweat fest starts.
Yeah, well, welcome to Florida.
Right, exactly. What's happening out there?
So this is one of those weeks where last weekend, a lot of the shows that we've been talking about for the last few weeks closed. So there's not too many things that are going on this evening, but there are two that I'd like to talk about to begin with. Our friends up in Theater West End, we did talk about them. We talk about them all the time, but this evening they are doing their fundraising event, which is the Sanford Wine Walk. So there are 9 different stops, and all the money there goes to help our friends over there at Theater West End. So if you're up in that area, I hear, that's the place to be this weekend,
Yeah, oh yeah.
So get your wine on tonight, get your food trucks on and over the weekend, Sunday. And then also our good friend James is doing Mama's Comedy Show at 808 in downtown Orlando in Thornton Park. It's a new restaurant. I don't know if you've checked it out recently. It's where the old Dexter's used to be.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't heard about it.
It's kind of like a Hawaiian themed, like a beach and Hawaiian themed restaurant. So, and I think that's kind of cool. They're starting to have some, live entertainment. So her show begins at 10 p.m. and the tickets are only $15 if you guys wanted to go to that comedy night to support our friends and, of course, Thornton Park. And we have some things coming up in the next few weeks. Like I said, we had some of our friends close, but if you wanted to get your tickets now, because Theater West End, their venue is a little bit smaller and they are bringing some really great shows there. So they have one that's opening on the 22nd called Bonnie and Clyde. A lot of local, what I love about them is they always get local entertainment. So we actually have some of our students that have graduated into, really fine young adults. So we have some students that are in that. And Garden Theater over in Winter Garden, they just closed a show. And again, that same weekend on the 22nd, they are going to be bringing Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, and it's a musical, again, really great entertainers, some really incredible singers and dancers are going to be in that one. And this weekend, we got some stuff happening at the Amway. We got Justin Bieber.
Oh, the Biebs.
Biebs.
The Biebs.
Coming on the 11th. I guess that might be Monday, actually. But, so, hey, parents, or even, Justin Bieber fans are not just like little kids anymore, right? Like he's actually been out for a while. So I guess you could, anybody that's interested in going to see that guy. But I think what's also cool, Amway's got some fun stuff coming up. They have Journey and Toto on April 21st together, which that's on my bucket list. Tickets are a little pricey, but they are going fast, it looks like. And then Elton John on the 27th. So, we're kind of a hot stop here. Yeah. And
man, we've gotten all the yacht rock. Huh? We got Billy Joel, we've had Elton John, Journey, and Toto. My God, man!
Ross could hear Africa played live.
If you don't have a boat, go get one now.
Exactly. And I just think that's I love that where that's a stop for such big stars in entertainment. Garth Brooks.
Remember, hey, you know what's so great about that? You remember when we used to get passed up for Tampa all the time?
Oh yeah,
all the time.
It became a thing in Orlando. We were like, man, these people are never coming here. And Orlando, to me, has a bigger footprint than Tampa does, although it might not, because the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater area is as big as the Tri-County area here in Central Florida. But I believe the corridor is easier for them as artists as well, and I think our venues are better. So I think that's why they're choosing him. Plus, we saw a lot of tickets here, and you can drive from Tampa pretty quickly, so I don't think it's that big of an issue. But I'm glad to see that big-time talent coming here. We really should get talent at that level.
Agreed. And what I also think is really cool, the Dr. Phillips Center, people, they have booked that new Steinmetz Hall out, for the next year and a half. Huge. We have Melissa Etheridge coming on May 1st. I just, like you said, just big star after big star. And I think, now having that additional theater that's really meant for music. Now we do have, the Disney theater inside the Dr. Phillips Center, but that's not necessarily meant for like acoustics. It's more of, lots of dancing, big type shows. So I think that we're going to just continue to be a stop on those tours because we have such state-of-the-art venues here. I think we're really lucky.
Oh, we are as well. No question. The Dr. Phillips Center is unreal. Did you think, I don't know that anybody in this room did either. Did we really think that was going to turn into like a really good comedy venue? These guys have hosted some of the biggest comics that usually would have gone to Hard Rock Live. And of course, we love the guys at Hard Rock Live, but this has become like a really big stop for those comics who maybe can't sell a 3,000 person room, but can sell like a 1,200 person room that has that kind of upscale feel. Man, we've run some pretty big names through that place in the last 6 months, and I'm pretty excited about that. I like that.
I've been impressed by the variety they were able to put in the building. Really get as much bang for your buck.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that that's so great too, to pack it so close to its release and its opening, because, having such a variety just helps them to continue to book it in the future. And,
absolutely.
And I think that Orlando is a really great spot. We have, open venues with the Camping World Stadium, Amway, so I'm excited now that they're, most of them are booked each weekend, and we'll have some things coming up in the next couple of weeks to talk about.
Cool. Very excited about that.
If you're around, those are some things to do.
Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Are you going to be out at any of these events? Are you doing anything special?
I was thinking of possibly going up to Sanford. I got a board meeting on Saturday for one organization and a board meeting on Sunday. So it's more of kind of planning with the team this weekend. So, Fringe will be here before you know it. We're hoping to book some space on the outdoor stage this year, and just that kind of stuff.
Very cool. So, well, thank you as always, Nicole. And again, if you missed any part of this, you can find all that information at Dupre.today. That's DUPRE.today. And it's all right there. Thanks, Nicole. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
You too. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don, where you can listen to him live every single Saturday morning, where he answers all of your questions having to do with the home buying process.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Guys. All right, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Orlando City plays host to Chicago Fire FC at Exploria Stadium this Saturday. Coverage starts at 12:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
We're looking at a stop-and-go ride coming out of Polk County eastbound on I-4 between U.S. Highway 27 and 429. It's also heavy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Westbound busy, too, between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. And we're seeing delays now between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Northbound 417 still busy between I-Drive and John Young Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Whether you want your pet to have the independence to run and play outside, or you need to correct some mischievous behaviors like digging in the trash, the hands-on trainers from Invisible Fence brand train your pets for you. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. Invisible Fence brand. Surround your pets with care.
Let the Mossy family protect your family. That's more than just a slogan. That's an actual fact. A home with a fence is 5 times less likely to get broken into. Guys over at Mossy Oak Fence add security that you can count on. And our friends at Mossy Oak are fence freaks. That means freaks on quality, your satisfaction, and of course, your security. Skilled craftsmen over there use only the very best materials. They set that in wet mix concrete for maximum stability and security. It's Mossy Oak Fence, providing security to families since 2007. I love my fence from these guys. You will as well. Make your appointment today at mossyoakfences.com.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got some kind of a leak at my kitchen sink.
Sorry, we can't take your call. We've all gone to a self-improvement seminar.
But there's water leaking all over the...
However, there's still hope if you'll just wait a few hours longer.
Hours?
But waiting is good. It's a chance to reconsider your choices in life.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Above all, be present. Don't dismiss your feelings.
Not worried about my feelings. There's water going everywhere.
Try to see this as an opportunity, a way to grow as a person.
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
True enough, but you didn't call Frank Gay.
Not this time.
The universe is sending you a message. You just need to hear it.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Have you heard the message? Hello? Are you still there?
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Overwhelmed by the thought of saving for 4 years of college? Get with the plan that gives you financial flexibility. A Florida prepaid 1-year university plan is an affordable plan that lets you buy 4 years at a university in 1-year increments. So buy 2 years now, 2 later, or 1 year now and 3 later. You buy based on your budget. Remember, 1 year saved today means 1 less year your child will have to pay for tomorrow. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Earn up to $500 in college savings and enroll for free today.
Have information on a crime or suspicious activity?
Want to be anonymous? Say it here. It's that simple.
Call Crime Line 800-423-8477. 24/7.
Or visit crimeline.org, paid by CSTF.
Come see over 160 films in 10 days at the 2022 Florida Film Festival, happening now through April 17th. Featuring the latest films, the hottest parties, and a chance to mingle with celebrities and filmmakers. This is a festival you don't want to miss. For tickets and more info, visit FloridaFilmFestival.com.
Spring is here, and Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need for your lawn and garden this season. Tools Ace Hardware's helpful associates have the answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizers for you. Plus, you can bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace Hardware's 9 service centers for a tune-up or repair. It's Tools Ace Hardware with 11 locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. That's acehardware.com.
I'm Charles. I got a bad back injury when a truck crashed into my car. You know those lawyer ads. All they talk about are themselves and money, money, money. I wanted the best doctors for my back. I called attorney Glenn Klausman. He got me to really good doctors, and I'm doing great. Glenn was always available to talk to. He got me a great settlement and quicker than I thought possible. Car crash? Call Klausman at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com.
Office, Winter Park.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
They're breaking all the rules at International Diamond Center this weekend with the biggest store-wide sale of the year. Friday through Sunday. Up to 20% off all rings, bands, bracelets, earrings, and fashion jewelry. Plus up to 3 years, 0 interest financing. And only at International Diamond Center. Center on approved credit.
No payments for 120 days with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com today.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
So what did the mama cow say to the baby cow? It's past your bedtime. Oh! Love the show, guys. Keep up the good work.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Leave a talk back like that young man did. Just go to the iHeartRadio app, find Real Radio, and then use that little microphone to send something on over. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Good evening.
Let's see. We already talked about the Amy Drew Thompson, how to find her information. What else do I need to plug? We have 2 Twitter polls online right now, and one we're about to talk about. That's at Jim Colbert Show. You can give us your vote there. What else is up there?
On the blog, there's some video. Tiger Woods was, playing in the Masters, of course, but there was a moment where he had a shot that didn't exactly go where he wanted to, and you can hear Tiger use some adult language.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. This guy is notorious for dropping F-bombs on tour. There's compilations on YouTube that are absolutely gorgeous.
So this was a Masters one, and that's at Jim Colbert Live, adult language, warning, blah, blah, blah.
The fun thing about those is because, like, the Masters, man, you're not even supposed to have your tie on wrong. Like, they are extremely stodgy, but when you have the best player in the world dropping bombs like that, and, this guy is business everywhere he goes, what do you say to him?
Right.
Hey, man, we'd really like it if you didn't yell the word F on the air. This is kind of the premier golf event. It'd be cool if you just chilled. He doesn't know how to do that.
My wife's brother and uncle are both there, and I saw they had pictures on Facebook, and now I'm wondering, how'd they get the pictures? You can't bring your phones in, right?
You're not supposed to bring your phone in.
I don't know how they got those pictures.
Well, you know what? Do the Apple Watches have cameras?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they scan you, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. They scan you. Like, when you walk into the gates, they wand your ass like if you're going into a show.
You know, it does take pictures? Those Google eyeglasses. Yeah, because everyone has those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Everybody. They're everywhere.
By everyone, I mean no one.
Yeah. No one ever bought them.
Yeah, when they found out that everyone who had a pair of glasses was being seen on a video board somewhere at Google, they're like, everything you're looking at is fed right back to Google.
Exactly right. Coming up a little bit later, we are going to do Pick the Porn today. I got tired of writing trivia, so we went back we dipped right back into the nasty stuff. So around to Pick the Porn. And really, I was going to do it last week, but you weren't here. It was like no fun when you're not here.
Oh.
So I want to hear you laugh. These are good today, too.
Okay.
Oh, God, so respectful. So we talked about this earlier in the program. I wanted to take some calls on this because we did get a few text messages, but they don't have the same, texting is great, but it doesn't really relay, humans hear tone. Humans hear urgency. They hear complacency. You can hear that in a voice. So I can read what people are saying, and that says one thing, but to hear somebody say something is a little different. I would like some calls. What we're talking about is this. When my mom passed last August, she had a collection of journals. And my wife has the journals, and she, we just kind of stuck them away. I knew they were there. I didn't think about them. She told me, as soon as it happened, like not long after that, she read one, and and I said, well, what was in there? And I wasn't really interested because it was still so warm, right. I should say. But she said, well, it was just some stuff about this, stuff about that, and the normal stuff. And in mom speak, for us, the normal stuff was the stuff that schizophrenia brought on, which is, can't plug in the toaster or microwave because people are listening, can't go to the doctor's office because they're listening, type thing. So a lot of the conversations we had toward the end were like that. But these journals were not written during those times. They were written during the beginning of it and the middle of it. There's also another aspect of this I don't want to go into just because I don't want to disrespect my mom's memory. But in the context of these journals, my wife read them. I think there's 6 or 7. She read them. And it came back up a couple days ago, and we'd never really spoken about them until just then, which was just, like I said, I think it was Wednesday. And I'd made a comment about reading them. And she snapped her neck around and looked at me and said, "You do not want to read those." And I said, "Well, why not?" She goes, "Jimmy, I got to tell you, I just don't think it's going to be good for you to read them. You know, there's some stuff in there that maybe you should just kind of let lie." And I know she had to say that to defend her position. I almost kind of wish she didn't, because that natural human thing, hey, that's hot, don't touch it. Oh, damn, you're right.
Right.
That kind of thing, you know.
Right.
And my personality has that in spades already. I'm already a very curious person to begin with.
Oh, I think you've already made your decision what you're going to do.
Well, I don't know that I have, to be honest with you. I really don't, because I'm at a crossroads here, because there are 2 or 3 things that can happen. I could read them, and there could be some things in there that I probably shouldn't have ever known. I won't dwell on it, because I don't really do that. That's another shortcoming of my personality. I can kind of compartmentalize things like that and move on.
I don't know if that's a shortcoming, though.
Yeah, I think it is sometimes, because it doesn't allow you to really feel at full speed. And, you know, and you know, not that everybody needs to feel at full speed, but I'm not a guy that really does that well, the full speed feelings thing.
I think you said it when you said guy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But you know, people have been texting in and saying, "Hey, look, you should read them." And actually, I don't know if you saw this text, Deborah. Did you see the clinical psychologist that chimed in?
Oh, yes, I did, and I thought that was very interesting, and I agree with them. But I did want to say the texting service has really been vacillating between read
really
and Jimmy.
has.
It's gonna don't leave any questions unanswered, and the next person says, "Don't do it. I did it. You don't want to go down that road."
Isn't it interesting, when we first started talking about this, everybody was no, and then as I started kind of explaining it a little bit more, people started going, well, maybe, and like you said, now there are people like, yeah, man, screw all of that. You got to read them. Those are your mom's words, and that should happen. The other one says she's a licensed psychologist. The last thing you should do is burn them.
Yep, because it leaves room for resentment toward the ones who dissuaded you from reading them in the first place.
Yeah.
So if
well, my wife wouldn't hide them from me. I mean,
no, but
you
should put them in a place that you kind of have to. I don't know, because that's the thing. It's a Pandora's box, and you can't lock it back up again.
And to the point on the psychologist, you could say, take these, do something with them, and if then she chooses to get rid of them permanently, then that holds a place where you might resent that decision on her part, and then it becomes a thing between you and your wife, and you don't want that.
Guy says, my son's father committed suicide when my son was in kindergarten. He's now in 3rd grade. He left a notebook full of letters to my son, but his mother had held on to it. I just found out about it. She said there's a lot of derogatory things about me in there, and that I would need to go through it before I ever gave it to my son. In other words, the guy saying some stuff about the dude's mom, about the kid's mom. Here's the thing with me. I don't feel like I should be protected from anything. I'm a 54-year-old man. I don't feel like I need to be. Right. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of somebody saying, I'm protecting you from something, because I'm able to process some pretty severe information. I've done this in my entire life. I don't have any problem doing that.
See, I told you. You already made your decision.
You did.
I told you, Jimmy.
I haven't, though.
Yes, you have.
It's not protecting you. It's protecting the memory and relationship that you had with your mom, which was complicated, and your mom had health issues, and there were some mental health issues as well, and your wife is keenly aware of the relationship that you had and you and who you are. And if she thinks it would be not the best thing for you or your psyche or your memory of your mom, I would say defer to your wife on this.
He's not. He's going to read them.
Here's the thing.
He's going to read them.
Here's the thing.
Here's what I may do.
He's going to read them.
I don't want to talk about this all day, but here's what I may do. I may have my wife look through them again and give me the ones that she thinks will be a little bit more like, well, here's some things you may, because it's not like from minute to, it's not like from, day one, and then it's just a bunch of S from the minute she passed away. It wasn't like that. There were some things in there. I was really hoping for some family stuff in there. That's really what I was looking for. I don't really need to know her inner thoughts or what she was, turned on by or anything like that. But some things about our family's past would be nice to know.
Like a declassified, redacted version that you get of like UFO activity, and it's just a bunch of black boxes on it.
The JFK version?
Yeah.
All you can see is the letter the and.
Yeah, I just, I wouldn't care even if she took shots at me. Like, I wouldn't care. Like, if there were times in her life that she was upset with me or whatever, she's had plenty of right to be upset with me a number of times in our existence. She would have been perfectly justified to do so. And she could have written Jimmy's being an a-hole, and that probably would have been. It probably would have been pretty accurate. But that other stuff I would like to know. There are some things buried in there. I don't need to know the bad stuff. If she's saying stuff that is going to make me look at somebody else in our family a little side-eyed, maybe I don't need to know that. But there are some things in there I think I could read.
Would you be willing, if we could hire like James Earl Jones to read them and then present them in that voice? He's still working, right?
How about I do it in this one? No, I'm just joking.
Do you want to hear James Earl Jones while you're trying to picture your mom? I would offer to read them, but depending on what you find out, I don't want you to resent me.
Right. Well, she already told me, she did tell me. I mean, look, when your wife, who did not have the easiest upbringing, my wife lived in a bunch of places because of military family. She was before she got into Oviedo High School, I think she went to 13 different schools.
Whoa.
From kindergarten until 9th grade. It was not cool. She was always the new girl in class. It was, and she's an only child.
Oh, yeah.
So when my wife looks at me and says, maybe you shouldn't read these, I have to take it seriously because we have the same threshold for effed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what somebody who's had a coddled life may consider effed up, that's joke world to us. You really got to get bent to get there for my wife and I. We, you kind of grow up in a certain way, and you just have a certain sensibility about you where you can handle certain things. We can handle adversity quite well.
Like I said, which is why your ultimate decision is going to be that you're going to read them.
I'm not going to read them. I'm not going to read all of them.
There we go.
Well,
break it down slowly.
I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her, guys, give me one that I can read that you feel comfortable, that I won't go into a fetal position and start sucking my own thumb. Just something like that. Just give me something that she wrote that maybe talks about her past as children, or maybe says something that she didn't tell me as her son because she was too embarrassed or something. Something like that. I don't want to hear any. I don't want any that. Yeah.
How about your wife finds certain excerpts that she deems suitable and she posts them on our blog site at JimColbertLive.
I don't have a problem with that.
Really?
I don't. I wouldn't have a problem because some of the
I was waiting to get yelled at.
I know.
Some of the excerpts, you should have thought about that earlier. Some of the excerpts may be kind of enlightening. To get an insight into somebody's mind who is going through that could be helpful to some people. Who knows? I'm kind of being serious because people schizophrenia is a really difficult thing, and I'll tell you why, guys. It allows you just enough sanity to fool people.
Yeah,
just enough. It allows you just enough to be able to create a facade that you can hide behind, even though behind there is just a seething bee's nest of insecurity and anxiety, but you learn how to put that on. And she successfully did that for the last 15 years. So
I'm not sure if James Earl Jones is still working. What about Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman may do it.
All right.
There I was, sitting in the Cracker Barrel playing the game with the triangles and the golf tees. That sounds nothing like James.
I wasn't sure who that was supposed to be.
No, you got the cadence down. That's what's important. If you can't nail the voice, you get the cadence, and you're fine.
Yeah, because he doesn't. There was. All right, maybe we'll do that. I'll talk to my wife this weekend.
Yeah,
I'll talk to Morgan Freeman.
See if she can find one of those. Maybe we'll just have Larry the Cable Guy do it. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. There's a restaurant that's in trouble. And I think maybe it's time for it to go.
Whoa.
Yeah, maybe it's time for it to go. I think everything has its time, and maybe it's time these guys just close up shop. I'll tell you who that is next.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
We're bumper to bumper now eastbound on I-4 out of Polk County from U.S. Highway 27 up to 429. It's slow too between Osceola Parkway and 535. Westbound travel is also very heavy between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing delays too heading north on 417 between I Drive and John Young Parkway. Southbound also slow between Boggy Creek and Landstar. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Truly Nolan. Truly Nolan. Faster than a speeding cockroach, smarter than conniving ants, and more nimble than a swarm of mosquitoes. That's why when Truly Nolan is in hot pursuit, there's no escape. For a free inspection and $50 off pest control, go to TrulyNolan.com.
Tools Ace Hardware is your grilling headquarters. We love these guys. You will as well. They carry the best brands and grills from the Big Green Egg, Weber, Traeger, Napoleon, and the brand new 2022 Weber Genesis series, the Traeger Timberline series. They refill propane. They have every flavor of wood, pellet, chip, or chunk in the business. That includes peach, apple, hickory, mesquite. They do it all. Plus Kingsford Brazilian hardwood charcoal for the Big Green Egg, sauces and rubs from national brands to local brands, and that includes the Jim Colbert Show spices for beef, pork, and chicken. Plus, they have service techs specializing in grills to help with any repair or warranty issues as well. Free assembly and delivery always. It's Tools Ace Hardware, 11 convenient locations here in Central Florida. Get the grill of your dreams today at toolsacehardware.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and friction and reduce wear. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99. Try Syntec today, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Roof now, pay later. Tadlock Roofing offers the best financing in the industry. Get started at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Tadlockroofing.com.
Spring is here, and Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need for your lawn and garden this season. Tools Ace Hardware's helpful associates have the answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizers for you. Plus, you can bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace Hardware's 9 service centers for a tune-up or repair. It's Tools Ace Hardware with 11 locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. That's acehardware.com.
They're breaking all the rules at International Diamond Center this weekend with the biggest store-wide sale of the year. Extra savings on virtually everything. Friday through Sunday. Save up to 20% on all rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands. It's our annual spring store-wide sale. Thousands of engagement ring mountings on sale. Plus an expanded selection of certified diamonds and all new designer jewelry. And for these 3 days, you can enjoy up to 3 years zero-interest financing. Don't miss this once-a-year event. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only. And only at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. On approved credit.
O'Reilly. Cleaning your fuel system can make your car run better and improve gas mileage. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts and pick up a bottle of Chevron Techron Fuel System Cleaner and add it to your tank during your next fill-up. On sale now, buy one, get one free at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by and talk to our professional parts people today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you understand and you believe in the client, that gives you all the power you need to take on any insurance company. And you have to be able to care, because if you don't care, you can't help. Farah and Farah, here for you here for good.
Orlando. Today, I'll prepare arroz con pollo.
Let's try edamame instead of green peas. And instead of white rice, 2 cups of Mahatma basmati rice. Why not? Shh, Grandma better not hear me. Rejuvenate traditions with Mahatma rice. Unfollow la receta with Mahatma rice.
Attention Central Florida. AutoBuy, Google's #1 rated car buying company in the nation, makes it fast and easy to sell your car, truck, SUV, boat, or ATV. If it has wheels, we'll buy it. If it floats, we will buy it for the max. On the spot and in 20 minutes or less. Don't get misleading online offers that change when you get there. Call, click, chat, or come by to get your instant offer. It's that fast and easy, and you'll get the max. Plus, every in-person, no-obligation appraisal gets a $50 Amazon gift card. To get the max, visit AutoBuy. WePayTheMax.com.
iHeartRadio wants you to see the Who Hits Back Tour in the U.S. city of your choice.
We don't get fooled again.
We'll fly you there, take care of the hotel, get you 2 premium tickets to the show, plus the Baba O'Reilly VIP package. That includes too many things to mention, but trust us, it's amazing. For your chance to win, just open the free iHeartRadio app and listen to the Who Radio. Tickets to the Who Hits Back Tour on sale now at livenation.com. See the Who in the city of your choice from iHeartRadio.
Los Spicy Chicken McNuggets de McDonald's regresan. Obtén 20% de descuento con la McDonald's app en McDonald's participantes.
Radio. 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Jack trying to figure out what he would do to make the show better.
Hey Jim, did you ever get that solar light installed for your American flag?
That was a creepy ass laugh. Yeah, I'm doing that this weekend. I like doing home projects. We're doing one this weekend.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Putting up some shiplap in our bedroom.
Ooh.
Yeah, a whole wall and some sconce lighting and stuff.
Ooh, okay.
So I got to do we have to move the flag and then I have to put the light on it because I want to
flag compliant.
Yeah, I want to comply
with the flag code.
Yeah.
The Eagles should, after all.
Yeah, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Pick the porn in about 25 minutes. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. Ross will be back on us Monday, or back with us on Monday. He'll be on us as well. I was telling you guys right before we went to break, there's a restaurant chain that looks like it could be in trouble. And to be honest with you, I thought these guys were in trouble before. Orlando-based.
It's Red Lobster.
Olive Garden.
It is Red Lobster.
Yeah, their CEO just stepped down after only 8 months on the job.
Yeah, 8 months on the job. CEO Kelly Velotti stepped down. Now, she ran Chili's and Maggiano's, the group that holds those 2 properties. She was with those guys for years. Then she leaves to come over to Darden-based Red Lobster. Of course, that's based here in Orlando. They also own Olive Garden, Bahama Breeze.
Seasons 52?
Seasons 52.
Isn't it Longhorn?
I don't know if it's Longhorn. I know it used to be Smoky Bones, right?
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
But I think they spun Smoky Bones off. I think they're still in business, but they don't do them anymore. Took over in August, and then they left. Now, the thing they say that it's a bad sign for Red Lobster is nobody, he says, no CEO of any value anywhere wants to be on a board or in front of a company for only 8 months. Because you can't really put your stamp on a business in 8 months. You know, you come in, like, remember when Steve Jobs came back to Apple? Right, he came back. You know, he wasn't coming back to stay for 8 or 10 months. He was coming back to turn the company around, right? It was his company. Same kind of thing. And it, you know.
I just remember seeing a quote from her just saying that it was, and she used 3 reallys. It was really, really, really bad.
Yeah, really, really, really bad is what she says.
And I was like, whoa.
That the Red Lobster chain was in. And I have to tell you, I have not heard, and listen, let me say this real quick. I say a lot of stuff on the show jokingly. Like when I say I'm going to elbow my kids in the forehead, I obviously am not going to elbow my kids in the forehead. I just say that because it's funny. I don't really have any malicious bones in my body to hurt anybody. I would not want to do that ever. And I would not ever want to cost someone their job. You know, one of my biggest beliefs in life is if you're working, you're happy. Idle time is the devil's playground. And I know that a lot of people out there aren't religious. You don't have to be for that to apply. If you have idle time, chances are you know what I should do? I should build a temple. You know, you never do that. You know, it's always the opposite of that. And I've just simply not heard one good thing about Red Lobster in years. I've not heard or seen online one person say, you know what? I went to Red Lobster last night, and it was amazing. And the reason that means something, do you remember when Red Lobster was the absolute epicenter of dining. Like if your family was going out for the most special times, you saved Red Lobster for that. That's when you went to Red Lobster. It was expensive. It was seafood. There was lobster. You were fancy time putting on your nice clothes to go to Red Lobster back in the day. And now it just doesn't have that. The restaurants are out of design. The one that's up there on 436 in Altamont is a joke. Like the design is so bad that it doesn't feel welcoming at all.
Well, because a lot of them still kind of kept that look that they've always had. Dark interior.
Yeah, it is.
Closed-in booths.
Like an old steakhouse. By the way, I was going back to, I don't want to cost anybody their job. I mean, I say Red Lobster needs to change it up. What I'm saying is they shouldn't shutter the entire thing and cost those people their jobs.
Oh, no.
I don't mean that by any sense. But I think the time has come for that brand
to rebrand.
To either make, they tried this though. They rebuilt some of the restaurants and revamped the menu a few years back, and it didn't make any difference at all. Like, I remember getting my plate. I went there. I think I even talked about this on the air, right? That this is one of the worst dining experiences I'd ever had my entire life. The food was just literally like thrown on the plate. There was no care or concern with anything that was being served at all. It was almost inedible. I mean, it was just not a good experience. And again, I just haven't heard anything. And there's nothing wrong with that. Restaurants have their lifespan. They don't need to be open forever. And maybe they need to either rebrand this thing heavily or just blow it out altogether.
Red Lobster no longer owned by Darden.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Oh, they spun it. That's right.
They did to Golden Gate Capital back in.
That's right. They spun that a few years back.
Guess what year?
2000. It was recent. Oh, God, maybe it wasn't. I think it was 2018.
2014.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
And they have 719 locations. No, check that. How many locations do you think they have worldwide?
Ooh,
worldwide?
Yeah.
So it's not 719 then. It's going to be more than that. I'll go 1,200.
2,500.
719.
Oh, yeah, you
yeah,
good swerve, Jack. You should write trivia.
I totally did that as a joke. I didn't think you'd think I was swerving you there. 719. I mean, Mexico, Malaysia, Philippines, Puerto Rico, Qatar, United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
China, Hong Kong, Japan.
When's the last time you went to a Red Lobster?
Been a few years.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
And that's, what do they sell them at Costco now? Or Sam's. You can find the mix anywhere now. You don't have to go there to get them.
Yeah, they
already bake them when you get there.
Which was dumb.
They were advertising about 15 years ago, and they had us there for a meal once, and that was the last time I was there.
Yeah. You can find better food everywhere. And I'm dead serious. You can find better food everywhere. They should allow you to bring your own food. They should open Red Lobster up and allow you to bring food from a restaurant that's good. Just not good. And there are other. I mean, look, we've seen this come and go. Well, there are other restaurants like in Central Florida. We have theme restaurants, like we have horses and stuff. That went out, right? I mean, it ran its time. Was it Arabian Nights? That's
I've never been.
It's done, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought it was done.
It is done, but
because they brought the people in to take care of the horses and take the horses out of there. We talked about that.
Arabian Nights is one of them. There was another one, though.
Yeah, Medieval Nights.
That's it. Medieval Times.
Medieval Times.
Yeah. King Henry's Feast was one for a while.
Yeah.
Medieval Times. Now, Medieval Times is still going.
Yeah, they just brought that one back, or it's still going?
Yeah, Capone's is still open.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing is like, again, I think if they're profitable, they're not going to shut them down. But I think that, everything, I tell you something else. There's another one out there, very famous steakhouse that I ate out recently. Oh, man. Like, I couldn't believe they brought that steak out to me. I could not believe it.
Really?
Of a 10-ounce steak, 4 ounces of it was edible. The rest of it was gristle and fat. It was that bad. And I was like, man, maybe you should just base this whole idea on the onion and leave the steak to somebody else, because that was not a good experience. And I've heard that over and over as well. So, look, these places do that. They open up, and they run as hot as they possibly can, and they're hoping they catch.
You know what?
Fridays has been one of those that has morphed in and out and stayed relevant for a while. They've been open since the 80s.
I'll tell you one that was banging for a while when it came to clean food, and now the quality is just not there anymore.
What other sponsor are you going to kill?
I'm not going to say the name.
Trust me, they're not spending money.
Right.
They're not spending money. I got bad news.
But this was a place that I would regularly get, these great spring salads and homemade soups, or at least what appeared to be homemade soup, and now when you go and it's like, well, that's just Progresso. That's
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like that's not what you were known for.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it's like now I can't tell you the last time I've eaten at this particular place.
But there are a couple places right there on the verge of that. I know a gigantic chain right now that better get their S together because that they were in that sweet zone for a long time and still are. I'm not going to say who they are. They still are. But I will tell you, and I think that a lot of this is probably COVID related. But man, recently, the last 5 visits I've made to this particular place, I remember saying to my wife, wow, man, these places, and it wasn't just one location, it was multiple locations. They had a real hard time with the quality of something that they should be very, very good at because it's in the name of the restaurant.
Oh, now it's like a puzzle.
I know.
We're not going to cross. We're not going to cross the bridge. Until
We're not going to do that.
The sweet tomatoes is that was a pandemic victim.
That was
because
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral's another one. Any buffet, because when restaurants had to adapt to takeout, and Sweet Tomato was a buffet style, salad place. They just the takeout thing just didn't work for them.
It did not.
Yeah. But I just recently ate at a Golden Corral. They're not all closed.
No, they're not.
The sweet tomatoes are gone.
Yeah, sweet tomatoes are gone.
Yeah, the sweet tomatoes are definitely gone. Because the one in Altamont, I used to take the family to because it was a cheap place we could eat, and everybody liked eating salads. We're vegetable fans in our family, so we would go up there probably once a week for a while.
Freaks.
I know.
The first Red Lobster restaurant was opened in what year?
74.
Wow, that is a very good guess.
But a little off.
I know. God, it can't be that far off. I think that's late. I think it was open before that.
Which would be
I'm going to go 1969.
1968.
Very
March
nice.
27th.
Oh.
In which Central Florida-ish city?
Oh, wow.
Central Florida-ish city. I'll go Lakeland.
Lakeland is correct.
Whoa!
Oh, damn, son.
Whoa,
How about that?
Whoa, playa. Is there one still open in Lakeland? God, what if the OG was still open? That'd be the only good one left. Theoretically. I mean, I don't want to get them on my bad side.
Well, okay.
I don't want to get them on my bad side when they're putting that fake parsley on my plate.
Oh, check your email.
Oh, they get a bad
You got an endorsement offer from Red Lobster.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Let me quickly turn that down before we That's a big no. We're going to say ixnay on the Red Lobster lay. Yeah, no, I that's the only. I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, I guess you hire a big-time CEO that's run a very successful chain. Chili's is a very successful chain. And to come in and kind of give that vibe, maybe a little bit more of a party vibe. But the problem is they have a problem with people our age that have that brand of Red Lobster in our mind from when we were kids.
Right.
The same thing. They haven't really tried to change up the feel of the restaurant at all.
Or the menu.
It blew up in the 80s. But what do you think is the challenge for a CEO with successful experience to come in and just say this is very, very, very bad?
Yeah, very, very, very bad.
I mean, is it the whole chain of command? Is it the board that she has to report to?
Yes.
That's it?
No, I think it's all of it.
All of it? Yeah.
Also, I don't know that seafood is a great...
I was just about to say that I don't think that's a very viable
discount
source because you have warming oceans, you have fisheries shut down, you have
just the cost of it in general.
I mean, just the cost of it in general. But in order to be able to keep that business model going with a changing world, there's one thing when there's a supply chain. There's another thing when you're you serve is just extinct.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else too. Yeah, you're right. But there are so many different seafood brands who have really kind of raised the bar. Like seafood. In other words, seafood is now, from my point of view, you go to restaurants that have seafood dishes on them, for sure. Almost always you have a shrimp and a fish dish, almost always a scallop dish of some sort, right? But seafood restaurants have really elevated. Like when you hear seafood restaurant, you don't think discount anymore because seafood is expensive. I think one of the things that Red Lobster had for it was it could offer you a seafood experience at a price that you could actually go, that you could enjoy. Because if you go to somewhere like out on Sand Lake Road, like Ricky V's, something like that. There's a
Mickey V's.
No, it's a God, I can't think of the name of it. And it's something V's, and it is Eddie V's, and it's a really high level seafood restaurant, like the Seafood Tower is like $150 or something, and it's really nice. You go in there, it's white linen, but you expect to go in there and have a really nice seafood experience, knowing the decadence of certain things like lobster and scallops and stuff. You can't really have that experience at $30 anymore. You can't go in there and charge $18.99 for a dish with fish anymore. It doesn't work like that. I told you guys the other day, I got a seafood dish with scallops, shrimp, and fish, and there was $36 for a pasta dish.
Pass.
So, yeah. But so maybe they just don't have the wherewithal to kind of source that stuff anymore and provide a good experience. Who knows?
Because you have different levels, and families and people who don't have a lot of disposable income want to be able to go out as well and have some dining options. Those single dollar sign restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Like when you look it up and there's only $1 sign, you're like, my eyes perk up.
$2 max.
Yeah. Right.
Don't even look at the 4-star, the 4 ones. That's like the average price for a meal is like $50 for the entree. So there's so many great restaurants. I think that they just got caught up in that they serve the wrong thing in the wrong environments, what I believe. So either they're going to have to rebrand and really kind of take the tone of what to expect down, or go the other way and run it way up and just kind of really rebrand it. They don't want to be in that world, though. They don't want to go against like Ocean Prime and places like that serve really, really nice stuff, because that's what people are expecting when they go into a seafood restaurant like that. They want a great experience, like a real nice steakhouse.
But when an experienced CEO says it's very, very,
it's
very bad.
It's more than just the food, right? Yeah, it's more than how many shrimp you can get.
It sounds like the problem might be systemic.
Right, yeah, maybe so. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Check out the blog, JimColbertLive.com. Got some cool videos and stuff up there. Let's take a little break. Pick the porns up next. Load them up. Let's give away some cool stuff.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores.
Tiger Woods is officially back, but even after a top 10 start, a win this weekend, unlikely at Augusta. Tiger's 46, but he might as well be going on 70. He had a life-threatening car accident, a massive scandal, spinal fusion, ACL tear. Tiger clearly is in this to win it. I just don't see him playing 4 great days of golf. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Staples is a one-stop shipping solution for small business with packing and shipping supplies and services. Right now, get 15% off UPS Ground and 20% off UPS Express shipping services. Offer ends 4/30. Details at staplesconnect.com/services/shipping. Ship at Staples.
Man, when the big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebath for a number of reasons. One, their reputation is stellar. Secondly, these guys have been doing it for 31 years, and it just continues on. They have the proper license and insurance. They're dependable. They have standards performance to make sure you get the job you pay for on time every time. And of course, they background check every single employee. But it just starts there. Where they really excel is the products they offer. A lot of people hear Rebath, they think, oh, it's going to be flimsy junk. It's not going to last. You could not be more wrong. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, and really beautiful products from companies you've known forever. Kohler, Moen, Toto, Birch Cabinetry. Really, really reputable companies. They install it in just 4 to 6 days with their employees. That means no subcontractors. You'll see the same team of people every day on your job. When it's all said and done, lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And like I said, the products are amazing. You can actually see them and put your hands on them and touch them and feel them and everything, because their showroom is open every day. 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. They have some models set up to show you what the products look like while they're styled. But what you need to know is they do have a design team that will work hand in hand with your bathroom and their products to create the bathroom of your dreams. They do this every day, and they're ready to handle you right now. Hop online at rebathmidfla.com. Look at the before and afters, then book your appointment. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Discover your rhythm at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Play your instrument of choice with the hottest slots and table games. Live in pure harmony with rooms and suites designed for rock royalty. Experience a unique blend of dining options at our award-winning restaurants and amp up your evening with our exciting concert lineup. Discover your rhythm at Tampa's premier resort destination, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Now through April 14th, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for $1 down and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody.
Even me, Mr. I can't sleep at night, so I keep dozing off during the day.
Especially you, Snoozy. You'll rest easier and feel fit-tacular. Join in club or at planetfitness.com. $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends April 14th. Join now at any of our local area locations, including our newest in Winter Springs. See club for details.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. Bro, I love this song. Me too. It's the perfect soundtrack for picking out Winn-Dixie's guaranteed fresh produce. So refreshingly fresh. Know what else is music to my ears? What's that, my Winn-loving twin? Opening up my app to see we've earned so many points. That all the groceries in our cart are free. Winn-Dixie has the best quality and winning rewards. I love the sound of that. Winn-Dixie, it's a win-win. Terms apply. See store WinDixie.com for details.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Near historically low mortgage rates may not last forever. If you're in the market for a new home or your dream home, go with a lender you can count on. For competitive rates, over 300 loan products, and thousands of loan consultants to help make sure you get the home and the mortgage that you want. Call now to see if you're pre-approved. 866-888-LOAN. 866-888-LOAN. Or go to LoanDepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. And MLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
One day you're serving in the military, and then the next day you come home and you're dealing with an injury.
Britton is in recovery from an addiction to prescription opioids.
My opioid misuse and need got so strong. Addiction is hard. You're not going to fix it on your own. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
The last time I went to a Red Lobster, now it's been a while, but the last time I went to a Red Lobster, I walked in there and they told me, hey, just so you know, we're out of fish.
Bad sign number 1. When your seafood restaurant is out of seafood. All right, 407-916.
But if they got the Cheddar Bay biscuits, you're doing all right.
1041. Jack is the only person to drive across town, get dressed up to have a biscuit.
I don't know. He's not the only one.
Yeah, no, they're very good. But they started selling the mix. I'm like, why would you do that? That's like one of the only things people talk about from the entire restaurant. And now you're making it where they don't have to go there to get it? Dumb. Dumb.
An opportunity to market something and sell it. That might be the only thing keeping the lights on.
No joke. I never gave him that credit. All right, 407-916-1041. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate that very much. I'm Jim. Deb is there.
Hello.
And Jack has a sauce jar.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed.
All right. Big day tomorrow, and the weather is perfect for it at Exploria Stadium. Kickoff 1 p.m. Your Orlando City Soccer Club is taking on Chicago Fire FC. Again, tomorrow at Exploria Stadium, game time 1 o'clock, and you can be there if you are the winner for Pick the Poor.
Very, very good.
That's brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. You know, they can handle your move, be it local or long distance, residential or commercial, doesn't matter. But it does matter if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, because that will get you a discount. Book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Jim, back to you.
Oh, thank you, Deb. I appreciate that very much. Had a little burp there. My apologies.
Oh, that's so sexy.
Yeah, it's good. Fresh
tastes good.
Fresh Pepsi.
Oh, yeah.
Does it for you every time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jack, who goes first today, buddy?
That's going to be let's see, Kelly.
Yeah, was everybody dropping off?
I think they got scared.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
All right, we need some callers. 407-916-1041. We had them full, and all of a sudden everybody bailed.
We're not going to bite.
Yeah, I need the song.
Hard.
All right, Kelly, how you doing, Kelly?
I'm doing great. I don't think you need more callers because I'm just going to win it now.
Oh, okay. Kelly throwing down the challenge.
I absolutely love Kelly's confidence.
I do,
love
too.
It.
She sounds like a dominatrix.
Considering I have never seen a porn movie in my life, I may not be the best one to talk shade.
You probably are going to win.
What's your email address?
All right, Jack, let's do it. Let's play Pick the Porn. All right, Kelly, it's Friday. We used to do this every Friday. We do not anymore. Of course, that means it's time for a round to Pick the Porn. Here are 3 actual adult film titles and 1 lie that just left their 3-year-old with you and never returned.
It's happened.
Number 1, Spray It Forward.
Oh, no. That's oh, boy.
Number 2, Nose Breather. Number 3, If It Ain't Black, Take It Back. And lastly, two in the can. Which one of those is fake?
Kelly, this is a wellness check. How you doing?
Are you still with us?
I'm still here. I'm going to go with number 2.
Oh, damn it. Are you kidding?
No, why?
You're a winner. You
Yay!
got it. Son of a bitch.
No, Kelly.
Oh, that sucks.
No.
I wanted to read them at least once more.
Kelly promised you didn't need any other callers because she was going to win.
You called your shot, Kelly. Never seen one in her entire life and nailed it. I don't believe you, though. Turn the music. I don't believe you one bit.
I know you probably don't, but I swear to you, I am telling you the honest truth.
You are a horrible liar.
Kelly,
Yeah.
Kelly.
You're that person who drops the 3-year off and hauled ass.
But I didn't get caught.
You did not.
Yay,
Well,
that's
Kelly,
a girl.
Kelly, you are a winner. Nose breather is fake.
Yeah, good, because I was confused as hell by that one.
You don't really?
Yeah.
Really?
No, because
Close your mouth and breathe. There you go.
Right.
What would cause your mouth to be closed where you only had to breathe through your nose? There you go.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kelly. We appreciate that very much. Get your prize there. Jack will take good care of you.
hang on there, Kelly.
All right, Spray It Forward is actual. If It Ain't Black, Take It Back. And that, let me tell you, that cover,
That's funny.
that cover is criminal. The cover of that DVD is criminal. Like, you're like, what? That's not a snuff movie? And then 2 in the can. It's
Come
just,
on,
I mean,
that's
it's-
gotta be
that one's-
painful.
That one, I couldn't even look at it. I was like holding my hands like it was a horror movie. I was looking through the crack of my hand so I didn't see the stats.
Don't say crack.
Ones that did not make the cut here for Pick the Porn today.
Okay.
Scary Harry. Knee pad nymphos.
Oh God, when you need knee pads.
And roly poly. And then you can picture that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, she took up most of the cover.
Roller and flower.
Yeah, that's
poke at the spots.
I'm telling you, man. I remember I was because we haven't done this in what? We haven't done this in 22, have we?
No. This is our very first time.
Yeah, because I said that we weren't going to do it anymore, and then I woke up this morning and was like, I do not want to write trivia today.
I just want to look at porn.
I just want to
titles.
I want an excuse to look at 2 in the can.
So you look at the titles, and like the weird thing is they don't list, like you can't just go, give me a list of adult film titles. So you can just read them. You can't do that. You have to go to sites, and man, I got to tell you, it's not that stuff isn't sexy. Like the stuff that represents these movies, like you're like, man, how can you take something like sex and make it look not fun? Like, is that stuff, like you need to do that to yourself to get off?
Now you know why Kelly has probably never seen one.
Like you got to wrap yourself in duct tape and then have somebody pull it off to feel anything? Is that what it is? When did you lose so much sensitivity that you have to be beaten with a nail paddle to feel anything sexual? I don't get it.
I don't know, but it was interesting that you said, what do you need to be beaten by a nail paddle for? And then just as you said that, Jack lifted his sleeve to almost go, damn, are those marks still showing?
All right, 407-916.
I thought I covered the rope burn.
1041. You can text us at 77031. Anyway, I thought those were good. I did not think that nose breather would get nailed on the first shot.
No, don't listen to your verbiage, man. Would get nailed.
I didn't think it would happen like that. I thought it would be completely different.
But here's the bigger question, Jimmy. Now we've taken damn near 6 months to a year off from doing Pick the Porn.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any new titles?
I did. Yeah, you do, because if you're
you did it every week.
If you're looking at it over and over again, and you see them every week, you see the same ones every week, and then you load it back up like 6 months later, and you're like, man, they make a lot of this. Man, they make a lot of this stuff,
which is amazing considering there's so many free sites out there with, user-generated porn, which I've heard is like one of the biggest markets out there, is stuff that people do on their own.
Yeah, there's certain things, too, like certain kind of categories that get real crazy. And again, it's just so lascivious and kind of nasty. And it's just not super sexy. There's no tease, right? There's no tease to it. There's no sexuality per se. It's just
if you have to hide behind your hand to see the cover, definitely no tease.
Not good. Yeah. 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. So I read a story yesterday that COVID told us that a lot of people had tough times, right? What are some of the professions we know that were really affected by COVID?
Gig workers
right off the bat. Doctors, nurses right off the bat. They were working
restaurants,
unbelievable hours. Mm-hmm. It's weird because it's two separate ways. Restaurants were struggling because people didn't want to come into the restaurant because of the COVID thing. Doctors and nurses were struggling because they couldn't get a day off.
Supermarkets, they were working.
Yeah.
But and at times when they might not wanted to be working. At least the employees.
Well, there was another one that they said today that is so funny because they're like, hey, these people are burned out too, but you never really probably thought about it.
Funeral workers.
And they're 100% right. I never, ever, ever thought that this profession could have gone through like burnout with COVID. But when you read the story and think about it, it actually kind of makes sense. I'll tell you exactly what that profession is next.
Just trying to avoid the next round of corporate layoffs by proving our relevancy in the virtual world. Follow us, please. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
We're seeing some heavy delays from a crash north on 417 from I-Drive to just before John Young Parkway. The left lane is blocked, so avoid this stretch right now. Delays, too, heading south on the Turnpike between 417 and US 192. I-4 still heavy eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, as well as westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, are you looking to bring fiber optics to your community? Ensure your community is ready for the future with reliable fiber internet, world-class TV, and smart home services. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/bulk today.
You know, a strong home begins with a strong foundation. The guys over at Zano 521 know that. These guys are the premier concrete coating experts in all of Central Florida. These coatings are tough. Their crew is tough as well, headed up by a former Army Ranger and Special Ops soldier. And they also employ vets as well. All their techs, employees of the company, no subcontractors. And Zano 521 makes the tough stuff, man. These concrete coatings are up to 6 times stronger than epoxy. And unlike epoxies, that base coat fully cures in just 24 hours. And that's a big deal, by the way. Beautiful color choices to match whatever space you have. The coatings are 100% UV stable. That's also important in Florida. That means you can use it on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages. It comes with a lifetime warranty against fading or yellowing and a 15-year warranty against popping or peeling. That top coat non-porous, that means no mold, no mildew, no gas or grease or oil stains. Doesn't work like that. The coatings are super tough and they're gorgeous as well, made to match whatever space you have. The team over there, professional and efficient, hand walking you through every single step of the way, getting you an accurate estimate, making making sure the concrete is ready to go so that your surface looks absolutely beautiful. That is what they're all about. For that free, no obligation, no pressure estimate, just visit the website. It's Xano521.com. That's XANO521.com.
Have you had your roof inspected before the rainy and summer seasons? Tadlock Roofing is here to help. Schedule your free estimate at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Inventory shortages are affecting much of the world, but for off-lease only, they have plenty of cars to choose from. You want to upgrade your daily drive without paying new car prices? Now is the time to take advantage of their inventory and save big on like new cars before they hit the auction block. At off-lease only, you get transparent pricing with no hidden fees and financing available for good and bad credit. Get pre-qualified online at offleaseonly.com. This is your last chance to save big on their inventory before it moves to auction. Act fast by shopping their selection at offleaseonly.com or take a test drive at their massive state-of-the-art dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug & Associates, this is Mickey Marquis. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Let the Mossy family protect your family. It's more than just a slogan. It's a fact. A home with a fence is 5 times less likely to get broken into. You can count on the Mossy family to protect your family. Visit mossyoakfences.com.
It's a new Vegas-style wave of cash pay in 22 at Orange City Racing and Card Club. Now, featuring bonus bets. Whether you're playing big or small, with just a $5 minimum, you can feel the excitement of playing table games with new Vegas-style bonus bets. There's 14 tables, so pick a bonus bet game at Orange City Racing and Card Club, just off I-4 exit 111B on Saxon Boulevard, Orlando's closest poker room.
You've been hearing about it. Now it's here. IDC Spectacular Store-Wide Spring Sale, Friday through Sunday. You save up to 20% store-wide. Plus, take advantage of up to 3 years zero-interest financing. You know when International Diamond Center has a sale, it's the real deal. And this is the big one. Designers are here with their entire collections. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, and yes, thousands of engagement ring mountings. I mean, you can't miss this. Up to 20% savings store-wide. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at International Diamond Center. All 4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
Near historically low mortgage rates may not last forever. If you're in the market for a new home or your dream home, go with a lender you can count on. For competitive rates, over 300 loan products and thousands of loan consultants to help make sure you get the home and the mortgage that you want. Call now to see if you're pre-approved. 866-888-LOAN. 866-888-LOAN. Or go to LoanDepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
One day you're serving in the military, and then the next day you come home and you're dealing with an injury.
Britton is in recovery from an addiction to prescription opioids.
My opioid misuse and need got so strong. Addiction is hard. You're not going to fix it on your own. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
This job, we fight for as many people as we can. Sometimes people are afraid to fight the insurance companies. That's why I'm here. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo DeWitt. Offices, Orlando and Tampa.
This Saturday, only at Old Navy, get 50% off dresses for women and girls. That's right, women and girls spring dresses are 50% off. But it's this Saturday only. Hurry to Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 4-9 select styles only.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
April 29th, 1985.
There goes Jimmy again on his skateboard, wearing that ridiculous mullet.
Oh, my God.
Playing that confounded rap music.
Do I know you?
I think my little Jimmy is turning into a hoodlum.
Oh, God.
My little Jimmy.
Yeah.
My little Jimmy.
An old Pine Hills hoodlum. An old Pine Hills skate hoodlum. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in on this beautiful Friday afternoon here in Central Florida. Hope you have a massive weekend planned. My God, it's going to be gorgeous out there. Get out and do something stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Drink too much in the day. I don't care. Go out to Sanford. That food truck thing is a really good time to fall flat on your face hammered. There's so much good beer in that city. So much good food out there, too.
I mean, it's a rare early afternoon game for Orlando City, so the weather's
right.
going to be perfect.
Absolutely.
1 o'clock kickoff. You can also hear the game here on Real Radio.
Yeah, sure can. Who do they play?
It's Chicago FC.
How are they?
Chicago Fire.
They good?
They're okay. We're better.
All right.
Let's hope.
We'll see.
Let's hope.
All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. So I was telling you guys before we went to break, there is yet another profession that says they need a break. You know, we've heard this through the COVID through the COVID thing that nurses, every aspect of the medical business,
right?
Of the healthcare business, every single aspect of it was overworked. It was a really difficult time for a lot of people. The restaurant business we know was tough for a different reason because they just couldn't get people to come in.
Well, they weren't allowed.
But if you think, yeah, you're right. But if you think about this, and by the way, the story is this particular profession says they are burned out. Like the COVID thing has burned them out, which is kind of weird considering we're on the tail end of this. When would you consider that? Like when we all felt like when everybody was like, okay, we're safe now. That last run was like right there at Christmas, right? So I think maybe since after Christmas, everybody's felt kind of safe. A lot of the mask requirements have been dropped.
Well, Omicron actually started. That first wave was in January, but we thought it was over the holidays and through January, where they were saying it would last until February, but kind of faded before that. I think once we were done with it, by the time we hit February, everyone was ready. Like, let's go.
Yeah, unless Omicron makes you bleed out of your eyes. People were willing to roll the dice, right?
Well, we discovered Omicron wasn't as bad as Delta. And by then, had some vaccinated. So,
and again, people at that point, yeah, you're right. Most people that were going to get vaccinated, they were going to get vaccinated. Everybody was pretty safe. It was, although it was more contagious, it wasn't, the symptoms
wasn't
even close, right? So I think maybe since January, February, I think everybody's felt pretty safe here that they've been going out and doing things. And this particular profession just kind of chimed in and said, oh, by the way, we need a break as well. And this makes perfect sense when you think about it. When you read the story, you're like, wow, man, I would have never considered that. It's veterinarians. It's veterinarians.
Oh, yeah, because because everybody adopted something.
Everybody got a dog because they couldn't go anywhere, or a dog, cat, whatever the case may be.
Right.
They were locked in their houses for 2 years. They weren't going anywhere. They adopted a pet for kinship, for fellowship, for companionship.
But there's probably a lot of people who'd never had a pet before, so there were a lot of panicked phone calls to vets, a lot of last-minute visits and emergency visits.
And you know what else they say? It's like you're reading the story. But what they really said, Deborah, is that people got these pets during this time, had never spent that much time with an animal, and they got more bonded to them than they normally would. Because you're in the house around the animal all the time. Think about it. If you're by yourself, or, and you only have that dog, I mean, you probably start talking to that dog like Tom Hanks talked to that volleyball when he was on an island.
Well, a lot of people do anyway, but not only, it's interesting because we talked about animal separation anxiety once you had to go back to the office because, a lot of, dog trainers specifically were like, oh, this closeness is great, but when you have to go back and leave them alone for 8 hours, you're going to see some anxiety issues in the dogs, but no one ever brought up the anxiety issues you might see and the people.
Well, the reason why is because this. Okay, so imagine this: you have a dog lover, a person who got themselves a dog during COVID,
or
right?
A cat.
Or a pet of some sort, right?
I said cat.
And they
or a pet.
Or you over there, you have two cats.
I love my cats.
Yeah, okay.
And they got so close with that animal that exactly what you said. Anything, this thing coughed twice in a row, off to the vet. If it didn't eat a day in a row, off to the vet. They became so enamored with their animals and so connected with their animals they were overwhelmed with people who were always in the vet worrying about the health of this animal they'd fallen in love with when they didn't have anybody else in their life to be around.
It's like having a puppy cam.
Yeah. Who's got that? That's not for me. I don't even know how to log on to it. She's adorable, though.
She is so adorable.
She's my stole now. She just lies up around my neck while I write the show.
But I do like the fact that somebody in gym members had posted that they thought you had finally broken down and got a cat, to which I had to laugh at that because she is a little cat-like.
Right, yeah.
She's so tiny.
People, they're saying here, after spending 2 years at home through the pandemic, it's clear a lot of these owners, their dogs are their children.
They are. They're family. They were the only sentient being you got to be around while everybody else had to be 6 feet away, masked up, hosed down.
Let me
rubber gloves.
Let me hit you with this number. You ready for this number? And if you think that we're joking about this, this is NPR, by the way. You know, they're not going to make this up. This is a legitimate news organization. Across the country, how many families do you think adopted a new pet in the first year of the pandemic? Families, not people, families.
I'll let Jack go first.
What do you think?
Since,
across this country,
it was
Jack,
his birthday yesterday.
How many families adopted a new pet during the first year of the pandemic?
I will go with families. So we're there's 350 million people. I'm going to go
by 4.
I'm going to go it's a square root of the equation. I'm going to go 100 million. No, too many.
That's way too many. That's like if there's
50 million.
50 million's your guess?
50 million.
Okay, what do you think, Deb?
25 million.
23 million.
Oh, Deb!
Give her a ding.
Nice.
Give her
Give me a ding.
Give her
She
a
should
ding.
get.
Ding,
we're out of dings.
No, you're not out of dings.
Tell me I get the points.
The ding.
You get points.
The ding.
Cool.
The ding is broken.
I need the ding.
The little metal
I've
metal
that.
thing.
Ding.
Let me see if I can fix it.
I've said that before.
I'll try and fix it.
I need the ding.
Ding. There you go.
Hey, I got the ding.
You must be an engineer, Jack. Fix it pretty quick.
Points for fixing it.
Yeah, across the country, 23 million families adopted a new pet in the first year of the pandemic. Others working from home started paying more attention to their existing pets' routines, noticing symptoms like vomiting or coughing, which before they'd be like, I probably ate something bad, or he's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're running a thing to the hospital like it's the last heir.
Right, exactly.
Save my baby.
It says overworking, short-staffed. Is it affected vets as much as any other business, including the medical business and doctors and nurses?
Wow, and yet we haven't heard it till like 2 years into the pandemic.
And it wasn't that long ago, Jimmy. I don't know if you were out the day we mentioned it on the air, but it was. And it's not funny. It's actually shocking and sad. But that they said the highest suicide rate was for vets. And you automatically assume veterans.
Right.
No, yeah.
Not veterinarians.
And that's right.
Veterinarians.
Yeah. One of the highest suicide rates in all professionals, among professionals.
And it's because of the pressure. It's because of the euthanizing pets when they're still viable, good pets. It's the bad reviews they, get on social media that they have no control over that will affect their business. Yep. There's a lot of pressure on veterinarians.
It says here, to these people, especially in these times, this is their only love. They're animals.
Right.
This is their being. This is what they live for. And for vets, it's very hard for them to draw the line. It says here, even before the pandemic, vets' mental health was suffering from empathy overload and compassion fatigue. You're fatigued. You're tired of feeling for people or for animals. You're tired of just putting yourself out there emotionally.
You have to detach yourself because you just don't have enough in the tank to give to everyone all the time.
Well, not only that, imagine how much hate you have for that person that, I shouldn't say hate, but for me it would be, you've been taking care of their animal, 3-year-old puppy, come in. Oh no, I don't want to pay for that. Just go ahead and put them down.
So the next sentence of this paragraph is they carry the weight of having to euthanize animals that could be saved, but their owners can't afford the care. Her practice, this particular Gervais is her name, says her practice has had to euthanize about 5 animals every day. Some upset owners become downright abusive, berating vets or bullying them online. You bring a vet in, the vet won't do the work for free. The animal passes, the owner blames the vet for not doing the work for free or on terms or something like that.
And then they get to read all these negative reviews, even though they're suffering from, like you said, the empathy overload and compassion
It says here, the next sentence says, I dare, quote, this is a quote, I dare you to try to talk to a veterinarian who's been in practice more than 5 years who doesn't know someone who hasn't committed suicide.
Whoa.
That's pretty crazy. 1 out of 6 has considered suicide.
Which is interesting because I bet when we go to our vet's offices, we think they've got the best job in the world because they get to play with animals all day.
Look at that, yeah.
They look like the vet I go to up in Oviedo look like the happiest people, and they're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
And they're very
Same with
passionate,
my vet.
very nice. But
they do it for the animals.
But I'm a good owner.
Right.
Like I'm a logical owner. I understand it's a dog. I understand it's a cat. I understand those things. I understand the reality of the lifespan and stuff like this. Like when Dex got put down, I didn't shed one tear. That dog had the best life in the world. He was awesome. It was his time.
Stop telling people you don't have a heart.
No, I do have a heart. Oh no, trust me, I wept openly beforehand.
Okay,
I'd already gotten it out of my.
I was going to say, what? That dog? You love that dog?
I was like my own kid, but I'd already gotten that out of my system. We knew.
Right.
This dog had 4 extra years of his life for expectancies. But
plus, at that time, sometimes your dogs make you feel okay about it because they're like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this guy.
I'm old. No, but Dex was a giant breed dog. He wasn't just a golden retriever. He's a bull mastiff.
Oh, yeah, he's a bull, full
I mean,
bull.
and for him to live to be 13 years old as a giant breed.
Yeah.
Living on love.
He had plenty.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. Like, toward the end, you're like, how are you? Like my 21-year-old cockatiel.
Yeah.
Died when he was finally able to start drinking.
This vet, Kathy Gervais, her name is, she says, I've had people look at me sometimes when they've seen me really tired, and they looked at me and said, Kathy, just walk away. Just walk away from it for a while and do something else so you can recharge because it's just taking you down. The vet service,
right?
Like
right.
In a lot of, can I tell you?
Have you heard this from your veterinarian?
No, but we're new with this vet. The vet we had for years when we lived on this side of town, Dr. Tonks up at Seminole Animal Hospital, she is genuinely unbelievable. She took that hospital over for a guy who had owned it for like 30 or 40 years. I haven't seen a male vet in years, by the way.
Really?
Every vet I've had for the last, when we had Maisie and Dexter, he lived to be 11, she lived to be 14 or 15. We only had the one male vet until Dr. Tonks took over for her, and then outside of that, it's always been females. Even the vet that came over, the traveling vet for Laps of Love that came over and put Dex down was a female, was a woman.
I haven't had
young, by the way. They're all young.
I haven't had a female veterinarian in over 20 years.
Yeah, every one of them are young. I bet all the vets at my office are in their 30s or younger. One must be in her like late 20s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hiawassee Veterinary Clinic.
Yeah, no joke. 407-916-1041. So take it easy on your vet, man.
Yeah.
If you have to take your dog in there, you got to be cool because these guys are dealing with a lot of stuff. Just because they're animals and just because they put on that smile every day doesn't mean that you can go in there and be mean to them or be nasty to them. They're doing the best they can. No vet has malicious intent for your loved pet.
It's not just vets. People's behavior in public has taken a decline since the pandemic, and you see it in restaurants. You see it in all those stories. It's like you think you'd be appreciative to be able to be out and do all of these things that you couldn't do and interacting with other humans, and it seemed to be the other side of the coin where just people are just more jerky.
I think people feel like they're owed something now.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've been. You hear this. Oh, I've been shut down for 18 months. I'm getting mine.
Right. Yeah.
You get that attitude. People feel like they're entitled to have something, but just because the thing is, everybody's been dealing with it.
Yeah. No one.
It's not like just lock you up, dude.
Right.
Everybody.
So maybe when the vet asks how your pet is doing, you should maybe look at the vet and ask, how are you doing?
Yeah, right. How are you doing? Bring him something nice.
Yeah.
A bottle of wine.
Just say, that downtime while you're waiting for that x-ray or those lab tests. How's life treating you?
Right, exactly.
Because I heard this crazy story on the radio the other day, and I just want to check and make sure that's not my vet.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Couple says they haven't argued for 30 years.
Liars.
In their entire marriage. I'll tell you the story next.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Well, officials still working to clear a crash that's causing big delays north on 417 between I-Drive and just before John Young Parkway, taking up the left lane. We're seeing delays too south on the Turnpike between 417 and US 192. The beach line a bit slow now, heading westbound between I-Drive and I-4, and I-4 still steady eastbound between Osceola Parkway and 535, as well as westbound near World Drive. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Blindster. New blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds and shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code radio at checkout. Blindster.com.
The best brands in grills from Big Green Egg, Weber, Traeger, Napoleon, including the 2022 Weber Genesis Series and the Traeger Timberline Series. That's all happening at Tools Ace Hardware. They are your grilling headquarters. They have everything you need, including propane refills, every flavor of wood pellet, chip, or chunk in stock, Kingsford to Brazilian hardwood for your Big Green Egg, sauces and rubs from national brands to local brands, including the spices from the Jim Colbert Show for pork, chicken, and beef, certified techs for specializing in grills to help for any repair or warranty issues, plus free assembly and delivery as well. But let me tell you straight up, these are nice people. Like when you go in, they want to help you, and they have everything you need to make that back door or that backyard grilling area the absolute best in your neighborhood. They have 11 locations to serve you. Find yours today and get your brand new grill at toolsacehardware.com.
Millions of Ukrainian refugees have been displaced from their country. They need our help now. iHeartRadio has teamed up with Global Citizen, asking supporters around the world to use their voices to call on world leaders to mobilize urgent refugee relief and humanitarian aid. Join us this weekend for Stand Up for Ukraine. Find out how you can help by donating to relief organizations or by using your voice to advocate for support to fund this global humanitarian crisis. Go to forukraine.com and take action today.
Some roads take us to where we want to go. Other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Roof now, pay later. Tadlock Roofing offers the best financing in the industry. Get started at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Tadlockroofing.com.
Limp Bizkit, a night of hits, chocolate starfishes, and flavored water to the fine taste of hot dogs, bouncing bananas, and endless opportunities for action-packed fun. Limp Bizkit Still Sucks Tour will suck so good. April 28th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa, with special guests Snot, Wargasm UK, and Scowl. Tickets on sale now at limpbizkit.com. Limp Bizkit, Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
You've trusted Cars for Kids with your car donations for over 2 decades. Now Cars for Kids can help with your property donations too. If you're spending money on a property you don't use or hassling with out-of-state properties, donate to Cars for Kids instead. It's simple and easy. They will take over all taxes, maintenance, and insurance obligations. Best of all, you'll receive a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org or call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today to learn more. That's CARS with a K.
This is for the men who never settle. The ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Attention Central Florida. Autobuy, Google's #1 rated car buying company in the nation, makes it fast and easy to sell your car, truck, SUV, boat, or ATV. If it has wheels, we'll buy it. If it floats, we will buy it for the max. On the spot and in 20 minutes or less. Don't get misleading online offers that change when you get there. Call, click, chat, or come by to get your instant offer. It's that fast and easy, and you'll get the max. Plus, every in-person, no-obligation appraisal gets a $50 Amazon gift card. To get the max, visit Autobuy. WePayTheMax.com.
Hi, guys. It's me, Brian Baumgartner, and maybe you've heard my podcast, The Office Deep Dive. Well, now I'm expanding it into even more of your favorite shows in my new podcast, Off the Beat.
Hey, everybody. I'm Rob Riggle.
Hi, I'm Allison Hannigan.
My name is Jamie Lynn Segler, Meadow Soprano.
Eric Stone Street. I played Cameron Tucker.
Listen to Off the Beat on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Rates as low as 1.99% with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Man, what a great song, Jack. Good job.
Thank you. I have to give Brian Ferry and Roxy Music some of the credit for it, though.
That's right. Yeah. Turn it up a little bit. What an odd-looking guy, too, to sing this kind of music. Because he's big.
Yeah, and so then that voice comes out so high.
Yeah, he's like a giant, like a goon of a guy. And he's very kind of femme and sings like this. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right, 407. Hold on. Oh, what a great tune, man. You remember this, Ed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, classic. You can hear stuff like this as Sunday Night Vinyl. Our buddy Eric Dennison's been spinning music like this in Orlando for longer than anybody. Like, probably when this is a new tune. I'm kind of joking, but he's been running that show since the mid-'90s. Also, Sunday Morning Coming Down with Joseph Martin's two of the most listened to music programs in the history of Orlando, by the way, aired here every Sunday on Real Radio. Started off with Sunday Morning Coming Down from, is it 7 to like noon or 1 now?
Sunday Morning Coming Down goes from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m.
There you go.
Then we'll do Real Music Weekends all the way up until 7, and then at 7 p.m. it's Sunday Night Vinyl with Eric Dennison.
Absolutely. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is as well.
Hello there.
We'll get out of here in just a few minutes or so. We got last call coming up in just a bit. We'll get back into it next week. Ross will be back with us for Monday and Tuesday, then back on the road to Little Rock, Arkansas for another series of stand-up. Then he's done for the year for traveling. He'll be with us all the time. This couple out of Virginia Beach, Hannah and Blair Keeley. They're parents of 7 kids, by the way.
Whoa.
Not only do they say they've never argued, these guys claim they've never even raised their voices at each other.
Okay.
All right, 30 years of marriage. They said that she is a master life coach. Her husband is a marketing professional. They've never had a single argument. They say they've never even raised their voices at each other, even while raising their kids, who are all now grown. And it says if this raised any eyebrows, and some, of course, most people do raise their eyebrows, our texting service lit up immediately saying, well, they're just lying. Nobody can be in a relationship for 30 years and not argue.
Well, and raise 7 children?
And raise 7 children. What do you think the secret was between them that led to this? What do you think it was? What do you think the one thing that is like, okay, this is going to result in this?
Brain damage.
That's funny. That's a legitimate answer for my idea.
Yeah, no, but there is a portion of the brain that can prevent you from ever getting to that level.
I would say compromise, but that's just too simple.
Yeah, compromise really is kind of one of those weird ones, though, because compromise can lead to some really big issues. Now, if it's discussed compromise where you're like, hey, look, I want to do this, and your spouse doesn't want to do that, but the spouse says, well, I don't want to do that, but can we do this? And then, that's a compromise and a negotiation.
How about separate bedrooms?
It's not that.
Separate bathrooms.
It's not that either. It really is kind of simple, but when you hear the past and history, it kind of makes sense. They said, quote, "We decided from the beginning that our marriage was important enough to develop the skills of communication. And the reason why is both of their parents, Blair's and Keeley's, have had long, long relationships. So they learn what to do by observing their parents." So basically what they're saying is they came from households where their parents never argued. They always worked it out through talking it out. They always worked it out through like compromise, negotiation, whatever the case may be, acting like adults, talking to each other like adults, right? And then they came to a conclusion. Both of these people saw their parents do this for many, many years and then applied that same exact theory to their relationship. And their kids now, more than likely, you would have to think, could wind up in really healthy relationships because they understand the idea of talking things out.
Which goes to show how important it is what you do in front of your kids, because they really do act like little sponges.
Well, they soak it right up. All the good stuff, all the bad stuff, they soak it right up. Even if you think they are not, they are. It says our parents have both long-standing healthy relationships, so we learn what to do and what not to do simply by observing them. I said when they get upset with each other from time to time during their 3-decade relationship, they view anger as miscommunication. In other words, you're only angry because you didn't explain yourself properly or I didn't explain myself properly. In other words, there's no reason to waste that on that.
Right.
There's no reason to be angry. It's just a simple miscommunication or a simple non-communication that created that angst that may have turned into anger. All that sounds so good, but I don't, I mean, yelling is communicating too, correct?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
When's the last bad one you had? You know what I got to tell you? You don't look like a person who involves themselves into marital or relationship arguments that much. You seem so level-headed and logical that you would just talk. You would have you ever raised your voice to Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine what he could have possibly done to deserve that.
Oh, yeah. But we've both started off that way. But I think the biggest plus that we have going in our relationship is when either one of us is wrong, we have no problem claiming it.
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Because
that's super important.
It really
you got
is.
me. You got me.
No. Because
you got me.
Ego gets in there a lot, right?
I wasn't going to ask of you.
I always think that the 3 most important things you can say to another human being are, I love you, I will pray for you, and I'm sorry.
Right, yeah.
Because all 3 take some sense of ownership. And Chris and I, we tend to fight like, hey, why are you raising your voice?
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, you're right.
Right.
Or he'll be like, you're right. Let's just talk this out.
Yeah, our relationship eventually turned into that, but our initial things was, hey, why are you throwing that toaster?
But then we don't have children. See, I think children put a stressor on because at the end of the day,
not really.
You're not just dealing with couple things, especially, you're dealing with kid things. And it starts when they're little and it's I thought you'd put the outlet covers on what do you mean you let them use the car?
Right.
So...
one of the tips they say that they've used for their entire relationship is never use the word.
Well, there's
can't.
You
won't. You. I. Me. Us.
You always. You never.
Oh yeah. You
never
son of a bitch.
Never use the word should.
Oh.
This is what you should be doing. You should have done this.
Yeah. But don't you think too, especially for Jim, you and I both grew up in. But it's interesting because we've both ended up divorced, so it's kind of hard to know if what we saw we were able to avoid. I wonder if the fights we all get into now is just a matter of the wisdom of our years.
Yeah, I think
sometimes you just really got to ask yourself, is this worth the hurt lasting longer?
Yeah.
Because once those words are out, it's just not. Is it worth it?
Because you can't. It's
you can't undo it.
Yeah, when you say stuff like that, you can go, "Well, I didn't mean it," but everybody kind of understands if it's coming out in that heat like that. Chances are you meant it more than ever.
Well, if you meant it, even if you don't, you can't take it back, and you can't undo the hurt that it causes. So I always just try and take a beat and ask myself, "Wait a minute, value test." Is it worth it?
Do you know what was the reason for your last big argument?
I don't even really remember.
Jack, do you remember the reason for your last big argument with Naomi?
Reason?
It was this morning, so you should be able to remember.
Yeah. There was yelling and screaming, but it wasn't between us.
All right.
See what I'm talking about, the kid thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, the reason, probably.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I think that.
What was your last? When was your last blow up?
Jack was trying to answer. I was trying to think of, and we had one here just recently where we got kind of upset about something. And usually it turns out to be that miscommunication thing. Usually it's just, well, I didn't know you meant that. Well, I didn't know you meant it that way. And then you wind up having that good sex. That good sex.
That's how you get that good.
That good sex that happens just 5 seconds before she had her fist balled up and drawn back.
Oh boy,
like a gun hammer.
Look out,
Jimmy.
Yeah, no, I've only had someone throw not something at me, but like they were going to.
Oh yeah, I've had keys thrown at me before.
And then I stood up, and I don't guess my face changed because he went white.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
It was like, oh man, it was like, you sure you want to flip that switch?
Yeah, those keys were attached to a piano. So
interesting keychain.
The other thing they say
kind of bad on your ignition.
Yeah,
though.
really hard to get in the car.
The other thing they said that was very vital, and I've never thought about this at all. I think you just do this because you do it as a person, but they say it's extremely important for you to read the body language of your spouse.
Oh, that will tell you more than their words.
Look, that talks to me more than anything these days.
Oh God, that's what I pay attention more than anything, because that's the other thing too. You guys are like Chris is some people are books. Chris is a safe. I mean, it's taken me a long time
to get him to talk?
Just to get basic information.
Yeah. I think
he's a very closed book.
I think my wife would probably say that about me a lot because I talk for a living. So when I go home,
we don't like to talk.
I don't want to talk.
So good. I'm glad to hear I'm not the only person who's like that when we get home.
And my wife.
Oh yeah, no.
Don't talk to me for.
I'm out of words.
Exactly. I'm out of words. I just spent 4 hours talking.
Yeah, my wife sits in an office all day and doesn't talk.
Yeah.
So when she comes home, guess what she wants to do?
Right.
Talk.
Oh, my wife used to say, "Where's the guy on the radio now?"
Right.
Where'd he go?
I know.
He sounds like fun.
Where's that guy? I can get to shut up.
You're an ass.
That guy sounds like a blast. Oh, it says also when you're having a conversation and it happens to start getting a little heated, whatever you do not interrupt. And I never do that.
Oh boy.
I've had to learn how not to do that. That's a really big part of listening, because what that
You're not listening.
Exactly.
That's the key, right?
That's what tells the other person that you're just basically waiting for them to take a breath so you can jump in with what's right.
Yeah. Right.
What's correct. And that's going to shut that and being condescending.
No.
Oh, that doesn't work.
That will shut everything down.
You know you're going next level when you break that out.
Yeah, no.
I don't do that one either.
And I agree with the texter who just sent that in at 77031. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I always think could, should, and would sound like action words, but they're really a procrastinator's dream.
Yep.
Because they imply action, but they don't promise action. They just... It's like, yeah, I should do that, but I'm most likely not.
And I think that's why it's such a dangerous word in relationships. I couldn't agree with that more because, well, why didn't you do that? Well, I should have. Well, why didn't you? Well, I should have.
Right.
You could. That's a circle you could do forever.
And here's another one, just like I had said earlier, that I've read many a time in Cosmo. But it is important advice, to say the words always and never. And as human beings, we have no concept what always and never mean.
You should never, ever say that.
Exactly, to your spouse.
I always say that.
You never take me out to dinner. You never notice when I get my hair done. You never.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah, you should never say that.
No, I know I have.
Right,
so
exactly.
Now it's like...
Yeah, it's a bad habit. I've done that as well.
Because what it does is it negates everything else. And then you spend the time defending that fact that you have done it before. And then you end up wasting your time. Like you said, Jimmy, if you had just gone back over where is the missing puzzle piece in the communication in this? Let's just find that one piece instead of assuming it's a piece of each of us that's missing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's a part of the communication that's missing. It's not a part of us as individuals.
Also, sometimes in relationships, you will allow the exterior of your relationship to build up around you, and because you can't control that aspect of your life, and whatever it may be. It doesn't. I'm not speaking personally. I'm just saying if outer forces, your job, your kids, anything like that affects you, and you have no power against that, a lot of times you'll take that home and then lash out because that's the only person you can, and you really got to be careful with that one because I've done that one a number of times.
I have as well. You
get very frustrated at something you can't change, and you go home and. And you start just telling them about it, and the next thing you know, you're
picking up on that body language that says, quit dumping on me. I'm not just your dump truck.
Those shoulders.
Yeah, those shoulders, exactly.
Those shoulders have like 4 mouths. They talk a lot. Them shoulders tell a bunch of stories.
Yeah, they do. But, in the end, it's worth it.
Those eyes tell a bunch of stories.
Oh, man. That's what I go to. I will go first to someone's eyes before I'll ever listen to their mouth, because your eyes are going to tell me. And by the time you figured out that you've told me and you try and change whatever that energy is, it's too late. I've already seen it.
Also, it says here that challenging each other to grow is a very important part of a long-term relationship. Yeah, I think that's a weird. That sounds almost like that almost sounds like just a chapter of a book, that's written by some life coach,
some guru.
Yeah, just it sounds a little too
challenge each other to grow.
Yeah, just exactly. It sounds
getting up and not killing each other is growing.
It sounds a little too Oprah for me.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I think you almost have to do that to stay new. Like, whether a new hobby, something you're learning about, something you're reading about, whatever. I think it has that.
I think a healthier twist on that would challenge yourself to grow.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
Because it's like giving, am I supposed to give you homework on things I think you need to do to be a better person? That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
And plus, there could be a private passion you want to indulge. Like, take Jack and Naomi, Bradshaw.com, for example. Jack loves to kayak. If Naomi doesn't, then why would she want to feel pressured to go out on a kayak for the afternoon when she would rather paint?
Yeah.
Then that way both people get enriched, come together at the end of the day, have some pretty cool stories to share about how their day went, and then you get to have more of that good.
Says if a marriage is the relationship between two people who are trying to fix and complete one another, it's usually a strained and weakened partnership.
Yeah. If someone says you complete me, run like hell.
Yeah.
Run like hell.
However, if a marriage is a relationship between two complete people who challenge each other to grow, that's a powerful and peaceful partnership. And I get real weird with the word partnership when it comes to a marriage, because I was in a marriage, and my first marriage, the last 5 years of it, and I've said this to my wife, and my wife has used this as one of those things where, hey, we became a really good parenting team, and that was it. Well, there was no passion in the relationship. We had really kind of grown beyond each other.
A partnership without intimacy,
right? Her interest had changed, my interest had changed. And things had we were just kind of cohabitating and raising the kids, and it looked from the outside that it was absolutely perfect. Like when we announced that we were divorcing, people were floored, absolutely leveled, because we kept our dysfunction so perfectly gilded, or so perfectly
hidden. It was like that.
It was an absolute shock to everybody, but internally, it was just nothing was there.
Now, see, Chris and I use the word partnership a lot.
Do you?
Because we find that when we get into a frustrating situation, like our kitchen sink.
All right.
Still.
Okay.
Still.
All right.
Okay. Still.
All right. Gotcha.
Months of this. We've ordered how many sinks online through the big box stores?
1,000.
Through, having the handyman over, 100 here, 100 there, trying to get this damn thing fixed. And when that frustration starts to build and you start to see each other, it's like, you know what? We're a partnership in this. This is going to work out. We're going to figure this out. We're going to find our way. Yeah. But we're not going to snipe at each other on our way there, because then every time we walk past that kitchen sink, we're going to think about the words that we said to each other and the process of trying to get it fixed. And then we're not going to enjoy our brand new kitchen sink.
Yeah, that costs $4,000.
No.
Does partnership take the sexuality out of a relationship? When you say partner, does it kind of give you the connotation that there's no, that it's just purely a business kind of relationship and there's no passion there? That's why the word partnership scares me a little bit when it comes to that.
I think it only speaks to one aspect of your relationship, and it not necessarily the physical or intimate side of your relationship.
And hey, changes in the intimate have to be expected. I mean, the longer you're married, I think the things that
my wife won't even peg me anymore.
I think you have to be ready for those times when you're really just bored with each other. Those. To get through those times, to get past that till she'll peg you again.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
Do you know how many brooms I've bought?
I am never sweeping at your house.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. There's your show title. Back in a second with Last Call. Load them up.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call on The Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and get ready for some cool changes. Tomorrow's going to be breezy with a high of just 70 degrees. I know that may not sound cold if you're from up north, but down here in Florida after the 90s last week, it's going to be a real change, especially considering that we're going to start off in the mid-50s. And then tomorrow night, Sunday morning, we're going to wake up to the upper 40s. But at least with more sunshine on Sunday, we'll top out into the mid-70s. Don't worry, the heat's back next week with 90s by the midweek. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Troy University. Take the first step in becoming a leader in your chosen field. Attend Troy University's Worldwide Open House online April 20th through 24th. And they'll waive your application fee during this event. Register at troy.edu/openhouse.
And when the big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebath. Here's why. They have an incredible reputation. Not to mention, their franchises have the proper license and insurance. They're dependable. They're good people. They have standards of performance, which means you get the job you pay for on time every time. And you'll know who you're dealing with because these guys are awesome people. They background check every single employee that comes in. And when it comes to their bathrooms, they're awesome. Actually, you can go to the website and look at some of them. It's rebathmidfla.com. The before and afters are right there. And then that'll give you an idea of what you're looking at. But look, don't get caught up in that too much. And here's why. Every single bathroom that Rebath does is a custom bathroom based on what you have to offer in your bathroom and what you want from the design team. That's the great thing. They take these products and they blend them together to create an unbelievable space that you want to begin or end every single day in. I'll tell you something else, too. If you have one of those terrible garden tubs that was in like every Florida home forever, you used it a couple times and now it's just where you put your dirty clothes, that space can be used to create an unbelievable shower that you want to, like I said, just unbelievable shower. They do it every day. Go to the website, rebathmidfla.com. Look at the before and afters, and then book your appointment. Your new bathroom waits for you right now at rebathmidfla.com.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity during tax season because so much sensitive info is all together.
Before we start the annual meeting of Sean's personal info, has anyone seen Social Security number? Not me. Nuh-uh. Oh, no. He's been stolen.
LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
There are so many words to describe Panera's new Chef's Chicken Sandwiches. The chicken, juicy, succulent, seared. The brioche roll, buttery and toasty. The Parmesan crisps, crunchy, tangy. The secret aioli, creamy and rich. All those words, but when you have a bite, you might just be left speechless. Panera's new Chef's Chicken Sandwiches. Enjoy a free drink with purchase of a new Chef's Chicken Sandwich. Restrictions apply. For details, visit panerabread.com/online code.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill, Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That that means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Mars Bank approval. Vehicle purchase at listed price on select models. Net of all rebates.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My AC's blowing hot air.
Voted the top HVAC company by the robots we hired to vote for us.
Yes, my air conditioner is...
For AC repair, press 1. Fine. Are you sure it's actually broken?
Well, yes, it's blowing hot.
Have you considered fixing it yourself?
No.
Could try YouTube. Might be a video about air conditioners.
No, I actually want a professional...
Saw a video yesterday with a cat on a bicycle. Hilarious.
How would that help?
Might make you feel better about the whole broken air conditioner thing.
This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Right, I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have an AC problem, you need a professional solution. An expert who can diagnose your system right away and get the air blowing frosty cold again. That's the Frank Gay way.
I found it! Look at him with his little helmet. That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
At Fair & Farah, no matter if you're working on a case worth $5,000 or a case worth $5 million, you give that case the attention it deserves. Because to the client, that's their big case. Farah & Farah, here for you, here for good. Orlando.
Right now, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $8, including tops from $8 and jeans from just $14. Hurry to Old Navy and OldNavy.com for up to 60% off store-wide now. Valid 4/5 through 4/17, select styles only.
This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
The beginning of Jim explaining why he was a good pet owner was really sad. He said, I understand it's just a dog. I understand it's just a cat. I understand they have a short life term. I didn't shed one tear when I put my dog down. Those are all the things not to say, Jim.
Thank you, life coach. I appreciate that. I will seek your counsel in every decision I make.
Oh, we get a lot in the not only talkback, but the texting service full of advice.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Programming advice, it's fun.
Love it. It's great.
Yeah, and like my kitchen sink, like I haven't done everything.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, Deb, you should just do this.
Get off your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I don't have a butt.
How do you guys feel? I mean, I got to tell you, we're pretty dumb.
I know. How did we get this wrong?
How did we get this stupid?
No, I just think that sometimes it's forgotten that we are actually the other people on the other line of the texting service. It's not some robot that then sends it to the station and lets us read the good ones.
Right,
We're reading the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all listening, but just be kind. It matters.
I get told about 15 times a day I'm the weakest part of the show, which I love. It's my favorite part. I could be. I don't even care. I could be. But I've convinced the people that matter that I'm not. That's all that matters. So there you go.
Oh, good. But they just texted back with a really great piece of advice. So thank you. I will do just that and contact a granite company.
Yeah. I love it.
This has been such a difficult journey, you guys. It's literally like the contractor took the granite off, traced out our kitchen sink, cut it exactly to fit, and we can't put another sink in. It has to fit exactly this sink.
But even that last piece of advice that was helpful, they even get a dig in on Jim
I know.
at the end of it.
Like,
why isn't Jim helping?
Right, Dad? You've contacted a granite company that sells countertops, haven't you? The normal supply, blah, 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 blah. And by the way, why isn't Jimmy helping? I mean, he's a granite specialist.
He's got a truck.
It's the least he can do
Have
for
a
you.
great weekend. Just adding my 2 cents. Well, thank you. Your 2 cents might actually help. It might, man. We're desperate. We are just desperate. We're now looking at companies to resurface the sink.
Yeah, and with this inflation, your 2 cents is worth 1.
Well,
yeah.
Still need a sink.
All right, 407-916-1041. We do have 2 lines open. One line open for last call. Grab that, and we'll get to you guys in 1 second. Coming up tonight, we have Bungalow on the Bus tonight.
Yep.
Tom and Dan tonight. We have What the Hell is Angel listening to tonight. Tomorrow is Real Music Weekends all weekend long, and of course on Sundays a special day here on Real Radio because Sunday morning coming down with Joseph Martins, like Jack said, from 9 to 1, and of course that evening Sunday Night Vinyl with Eric Dennison, which is classic alternative plus a bunch of other cool stuff. He does a lot of research for the song, so not only do you hear the cool tunes, you also get to learn a little bit about the artist as they go crazy there.
That cat knows a lot.
He does know a lot. He's been in the game for a long time. He really does love that music. So it shows when you listen to the show. Same thing with Joseph, by the way.
Yeah.
Joined by our buddy Josh Pinkman, formerly of the Phillips File. Love him. Pinkman's great. He also shows up on the News Junkie occasionally. He was on there last week a couple times. One of my favorite people that I've ever met in this business, by the way.
Yeah.
He's one of the sweetest dudes
Oh,
ever. Really, really. I'm dead serious. 407-916-1441. One line open for last call. Grab that, and we'll get out of here in a sec. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Corona Cigar Company, Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel, and Nicole Dupre from Dupre.today.
That's right. A lot of stuff happening this weekend. If you missed any of the show, you can podcast it at JimColbertLive.com. Plus, we have some cool videos and stuff up there. Always have good content. We will have the first... clues for you for Search Your Ace Off, courtesy of Tools Ace Hardware. We'll have those for you Tuesday. That's the very first clue. I have narrowed it down to 2 spots. I will make the choice and more than likely be taking the big green egg to its resting place on Sunday.
Oh. So someone will find it by Monday.
Yeah, don't follow him. What are you doing here?
I'm doing it on Sunday. I didn't say when or where. I'm just doing it on Sunday. If you see me out, don't ask.
We keep making the same mistakes.
I'm hiding it. I'm going to hide it in the same exact spot I hid the first one.
We beg you to include us. You don't include us.
Because
You're going to go bury it.
Secret.
We can't keep a secret.
You can't keep a secret, Jack. That line's ringing. What are you doing?
I'm tired of talking to people.
Line 5.
He's updating us on the Twitter poll.
Yeah, no, you don't have to worry about that, Jack. We're not going to get too long. Let's get an update on the Twitter poll.
All right, here we go. We had 2 questions and a lot of responses on both of them. One is Will Smith banned from the Oscars for the next 10 years. What do you think? The choices were not enough, too much, or just right. Man, just right came in at 47%, and then the other 2 were about 25 and 28%. Yeah. So, man, people were split on it, but just right, it seems to be a pretty good 10 years. That's a significant chunk of time.
And those are all Academy events. It's not just the Oscars.
Right, but it doesn't mean he's not eligible to win. But think of this. I mean, do we know if anyone else has been banned?
I don't know of anyone in the history of the Oscars that's ever been banned. But nothing like this has ever happened.
He's got to carry that with him.
Yeah, exactly. His first Oscar night is not going to be, it's going to be remembered for the slap. And then he won his first Best Actor Oscar.
Yeah, I think Marlon Brando did some squirrely stuff where he didn't show up and then he sent up a Native American woman to receive the award. But nothing like this. No assault.
Exactly.
Soy bomb. That might have been the Grammys.
Yeah.
This is so 2022 to have an actor assault a comedian at the Oscars. You just can't.
No one knows how to behave anymore.
I know. 2022 is saying, hold my beer.
The other question was, should Jim read his mom's journals against the advice of his wife? Many votes.
That's probably a big no. I would say 62% say no.
How about 70% say no?
Yeah.
He's still going to do it.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, let's get to it. You guys ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Ronald, last call.
Ketchup Canoe, and we love you.
Okay, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. It's Ketchup Canoe.
Ketchup Canoe.
That's the name of the show.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
There's your claim to fame, buddy. You named the show for a Friday.
Yeah.
All right.
Over who's pegging who?
No, I don't know about that one. We have to back that up then, Jack. We'll take a vote after the show. Matt, last call.
Hey, thanks. I want to give props to my wife. And while we've only been together 13 years, we literally have never argued or raised our voice at one another. But I want to make a couple points. While she is not always right, she's never been wrong. We agree to disagree. She's a Democrat. I'm a Republican. But there's one rule in the house. I can never, ever tell her to calm down because she will go Deb on you in a second.
Oh, yeah. You don't tell a woman to calm down. Thanks for your call, buddy.
It'll be bad bitch o'clock if you do that.
The dumbest thing you could ever say. Michael, how you doing? Last call. Mike, last call. Yeah.
I was married to my wife for 30 years. I grew up I was the only boy with 4 sisters and a mom that was married 7 times. Let me tell you, Tori is your Eve, like Karen was my Eve. I was her Adam, you're her Adam. If that girl tells you not to touch that apple, Do not touch the apple.
Fine advice, sir. Fine advice. Do taken. Josh, last call. Take us out of here on a Friday, buddy.
Gotcha. We're giving friendly advice. Something for Deb. Don't take it personal, but maybe we should listen to those forced reads when you go to break after that last segment, hearing about your problems with your kitchen sink in the big box stores. I hear American Rebath is pretty good.
She was out smoking, so.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
That's why I look confused.
Let's get the hell out of here on behalf of Deb and Jack and Ross, even though he's not here. I'm Jim. We follow the news. Shooky, they follow the monsters the morning after us. Tom and Dan with the corporate time. Bugalore in the bus. And what the hell is Angel listening to tomorrow? Real Music Weekends all weekend long. Sunday morning coming down. And, of course, Sunday Night Vinyl. We'll see you Monday at 3 o'clock for another Jim